right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a wonderful day. It has been a wild one. We had a lot of oscillation. I mean, it's the last day of the month, so I would expect a lot of excuses for arbitrage and volatility, but we still got some plays, and it was all related to drugs. Donald Trump came out. There was a rumor we got the rumor early, and we started making plays, and then they came out and pretty much said plays, and it was all related to drugs. Donald Trump came out. Pfizer's going to lower drugs to the government by like 50 to 90%, and then they get like a 3-year development with no tariffs, Section 232. And then he talked about a lot, and then they said pretty much over the next this fall, they're going to be releasing a lot of details. So that was the update that we got. The data, the JOLTS jobs opening was all in line. Really, bonds didn't react in accordance. We've kind of been in la-la land, and I think that's a result of the end of the month. So get ready for October. Get ready for the end of the holiday on Thursday. Get ready for the jobs data, and get ready for the end of the year, my friends. But now, you should have been getting ready for Philo in a beautiful day, because it's already beautiful. The breath, it's in you. So I'm going to go get ready for Philo. You guys got a little bit of time here, so do your thing, 21. Do your thing. I'm going to go and get ready. I actually just need to go pee. I already have a carbo. We'll send out a stream alert. I don't think I have any propaganda. Here, so listen, this is what I want you to notice. I'm going to tell you guys a play at the end of the day, and here's propaganda, and notice what they're talking about.
Approaching it more from a
because I'm going to give you a play related to what they're talking about.
Presumably,
but they're wasting your time right now. I'm just not giving you the play because I know they listen and everybody else does, and they use it against me, and then you guys gamble and call. So, but watch. Look at how they mislead you with this opportune time.
The type of investor you are. But your point on the equity market is a good one in the sense that as the equity market continues to rise in price, that will bring out more optimism amongst investors, and you will see people shy away from the bond market.
All right, leading to higher yields as a result. Matthew, really appreciate your joining us today. Matthew Hornback is Global Head of Macro Strategy at Morgan Stanley as we anticipate this government shutdown after midnight tonight. I'm Scarlett Fu, and that does it for Bloomberg Markets this hour. Balance of Power is up next. We are looking at an S&P 500 and NASDAQ.
Seeing here today. The number one thing I want to get right off the bat here is pricing in. This is the phenomena that you hear about a lot. When you see the price of something go up and then you kind of find the reason, you're like, oh yeah, okay, this is going to be a good investment because of this reason. Where this really happens in the stock market is Christmas. This is like the Santa Claus rally. So pretty much everybody, when they first get into stocks, they're like, oh yeah, well, companies are going to sell a lot on Christmas because people buy gifts. That's the logic. That's the idea. And then people use that to buy this stock. Now, what the unsophisticated investor is usually not aware of is that they're not the only person who believes that. And really what tends to happen in the stock market, the people getting ready for Christmas and New Year's, they started buying the stock in September and October, pricing that in. So if you want to buy it a week before Christmas, 2 weeks before Christmas, chances are it's priced in. Now, that is what's happening with real estate. What I'm trying to say with this is that I am not the only person who's known this and has known this. If you see what's going on, a lot of people are buying real estate for a reason. So when you see these bidding wars and you see people willing to pay this much for houses, you really have to ask yourself why. The point is, most people are seeing what's going on and they're willing to pay this because they're pricing something in. Now, in that same logic, this is also what you got to be careful of when it comes to buying real estate or looking at it, because you don't want that future gains priced in too high. However, like I said, if you're planning to hold this house for even beyond 1 or 2 years, you will see why that's not really the case. And this is why I'm trying to say here, it seems like a lot of people are talking down on real estate and all of this, but a lot of the underlying factors are all pointing to real estate being very, very good in the next 10, 15 years without any stopping in between. So do not be fooled when you are seeing a massive amount of activity and you're seeing people paying a certain price for these properties. They're doing it for a reason. And now on top of all of this, you have a unique situation with real estate at this time that we did not see at the other time in history, and this has to do with a supply crisis. There is not enough homes available. So yes, I am looking at this for the 5 and 10 year with real estate. I do think that people are pricing in stuff right now, and it's not all the way priced in, some may be priced in. However, I think everybody is lying about real estate when they start saying it's going to crash and all this, because when you look at the situation, it's not going to be that the forbearances come back or a bunch of foreclosures and then now, oh man, people are worried. It's because right now there are just not enough homes available. So you can see here, this is just the number of homes for sale since 2019. You're watching all of these crazy price moves, but you'll notice this is down over 50% already. So this is the main point here, because of a lot of people say, oh, well, we could be in a real estate bubble, and that may be true. In 2008, you had...
Yeah, and it sucks too, because even though this video is old, that still remains. You know, that's part of the real estate thing right now. And people have talked about it. You just have a structural undersupply. So, that being said, spies at VWAP, we might do the oscillation. Maybe we break eventually, but it's time. Chadadonia. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and gals, it's time for Philo. So, if you don't want to listen, I don't know why you're here. You could help with stocks. I put up a newswire. We'll get to the breaking stuff immediately. Anything non-breaking will be taken care of afterwards. And yeah, and just, I'm not going to unban people anymore. So if you violate the rules, this isn't a debate. We don't want to hear your hatred or anything else or whatever it is. Just, you could either listen or not listen. That's all it is. Those are the only options. But other than that, I think you'll get something from today. So I like it. I'm going to go deep with you guys. We have a very deep topic that I love. I'm in love with it. But before I do that, I think it's necessary that I punch you guys in the face. So I have two. I have a back-to-back that is going to probably, it's definitely right hook, uppercut. So I hope you're ready. If you don't want to hear anything that will challenge you, I would encourage you to leave now. That's all. Like I'm saying, man, I'm not trying to bother anybody. Like, for real. You come to me, man. You really want to grow. You want to learn. Let's do it. I'm down, and I want to as well. But, you know, I'm not trying to bother you. I'm not trying to call you out on things if this isn't for you. I'm not trying to make you feel bad on something you don't want to work on. And if you don't want to work on it, my brother, more power to you. I'm glad that you have made up your mind. And that being said, make sure you pray for discernment. I'm talking about myself. I'm not talking about any of you. I do see a lot in this world. I've encountered millions of people, and it's crazy the amount of data that I have, as well as everything else that we've been able to learn from. But like I'm saying, man, I believe that the power of God is not in a church. I don't believe it's in a person. It's all within you. There's no limit. There's no barrier. And there's also a lot of deception, and it's easy to confuse yourself. So don't take things off the internet thinking it's all for you. And if you really think it's for you, I would go and pray about it. And I would ask yourself, and I would really do some self-reflection to find out about yourself. And that's what I've been telling everybody lately. Above all else, man, with emotions, money, everything, man, and even God, my God is not, I don't know if you think it's like some game where like, oh, you did something wrong, you're going to hell, poo, poo. Yeah, you did this, oh, I'm such a good person, I got, no, man. That man, that spirit, that light, that being is showing me so much about myself and teaching me so much, allowing me to love others even when I don't want to, allowing me to see the love and see the light in this world, see a future, have clarity, escape the confusion and anxiety. So I enjoy learning about myself, and I enjoy, because the more I learn about me, it's like the more I learn about my brothers. Who would have thought? So that being said, get what you want out of this, but you got to do what you got to do, baby. You got to do what you got to do. So get ready, though. Like I said, if you don't want to be challenged right now, I dip, because here's the first part. Are you ready? I'm gonna pull out Allen Iverson for you guys. Practice? You want to talk about practice? I've had a lot of Philos on practice over the years. I think practice is very important. In a weird way, I practice what I do every day. Watchlist is kind of practice if you think about it. Again, every morning, bro. We get to do so many things, and it's a lot of fun. So that being said, practice is very crucial, okay? But here's the deal. I don't know if you guys have realized, but everything in life you have to practice. I don't know if you're aware of that. Literally everything in life you must practice. To become anything, you have practiced at it. Do you understand? I'm not kidding. I'm being dead serious. Here, let me put it another way. Are you guys ready? This is going to sound harsh, but it's true. I want you to think about it. Being a dumbass takes practice. No, think about it. That's why I think a lot of people in this world are so smart. You know that? I don't think people are foolish. I don't think I'm smarter than anybody. I think they practiced more than I did. That's it. I practiced other things more than they did. Do you not understand? My brother, even foolishness is a practice. I guarantee you, you're better at being foolish today than you were when you first started. Let me put, bro, my mistakes as a kid when I was being dumb, I was spilling things, I was breaking things. Now I'm blowing up portfolios. Now I'm pissing people off. Now, you do not understand? Now my foolishness has been practiced over and over through my whole entire life, and now it's stronger than ever. What are you telling me? That's real. You don't become anything in this life. That's not how the world works, brother. Every single thing you are right now, it is because you were practicing it. And you may not acknowledge it, but I guarantee you, you were practicing and repeating the same thing over and over again to lead you to what you are doing today. That's just reality. You don't see it again. My brother, becoming a gambler took practice. You don't realize it? You practice that over and over again. Over and over. Just like an athlete shows up to practice every day, 2-a-days, running suicides. You were practicing it. My brother, becoming an alcoholic is a practice. You didn't view it as practice. You thought it was one drink. That's one drink. Let me practice tomorrow. Second drink. Oh, let me do 2-a-days, 2 drinks a day. Now you're doing 2-a-days. You're practicing. My brother, when you started, you were a baby. You didn't build up the neural connection. You didn't build up a habit. You didn't bring emotions into it. You practiced that. You practiced shutting off the emotions. You practiced turning on the ones you wanted. You repeated the behavior over and over. That's practice. Practice. You want to know what my favorite one is? Hate. Hate. You practiced it. You don't understand why I'm still annoying? Because quite honestly, I don't practice hatred in my life that often. Doesn't mean I don't have it in me. Doesn't mean I can't. It's just not, I don't practice it a lot. I think a lot of people do. Let me ask you this. Do you realize that you're practicing hatred? I bet you didn't. Like I said, most people thought a drink was a drink. They didn't think it was practice. Imagine the internet. Imagine every comment, every rage bait. Every rage bait is practicing hate. You don't get it? It's not making real hate, but it's teaching you to practice how to hate, how to get pissed off, how to react to it, how to get emotional. You're practicing it. Y'all don't think this is mind-blowing? I think it is. And I think you have two options. You are either going to let practice work against you and be oblivious and continue to be willfully ignorant about what you are practicing that has led you up to today. Or now, once you understand the principle, you're going to remix it and start working it in your favor. Again, that's why the meditation, it's practice. The Bible, it's practice. The long term, it's practice. Saving, it's practice. Getting away from the computer, practice. Not giving into the FOMO. Deciding, fade now or decide right now. Practice, brother. Practice. That's it. You're either going to use this principle for you or it's being used against you right now. Do you understand? I don't think what I'm saying is untrue. I think it's objective. We are everybody as humans. We don't do things well the first time. We have to practice and learn it. Everything has been practiced and learned, even the bad stuff. So like I'm saying, bro, the attitude, the mindset, the anger. My brother, I've had Chads. You know, this was during the meetup. I got Chads, you know, in there. I'm looking them in their eyes, and they're telling me. Some of them even said they had problems with anger in the past. And I look at them, I'm like, you don't look angry at all. Obviously, I'm sure life is better for you now, but no. I don't think you're angry. Do you not get it? I don't think you guys are angry. I really don't. Even if you have sent me a death threat, you have spent 7 hours in the day fucking with Josh for God knows what reason. I don't think that you're bad. I think you're practicing something. Does that make sense? I don't think you're by nature angry. I think you had a little seed of anger, just like I've had in my life. You guys have seen me angry. Earlier in my day, I was angrier. Like when I was like threatening to beat the shit out of Tim Sykes, I was pissed. So that's a little seed of anger, but I don't think it's real anger. I don't think it's real nastiness. I don't think it's real. You're not like that. I'm saying it's practiced. Does that make sense? In all love, bro. That's why I'm like, bro, it's not. Some of y'all think you're hopeless. You're not. You're practicing it. Some of you think you are so much less than you are, my brother. Can we find out? You know, don't let me be the guy so you'll be like, oh, you're just saying that. Can we find out? Can you practice what I'm telling you? Can you practice this positive shit for a second? For a month, a quarter? Can you humor me and be like, what if I'm really not hopeless? What if I'm really not that mad? Seriously, have you ever asked yourself that question? My guy, have you really asked yourself that? Am I really that mad? You're not. I guarantee you're practicing something. That's what I'm saying. This is a powerful thing. You know why? Because it's a tool that you could use against, or that you could use for yourself, even though it's been used against you. You haven't realized all this stuff I've been showing you? That's why I love it. That's why I love this. Because the beauty of these principles, the beauty of the right precept of this planet, it doesn't discriminate. Do you get what I'm saying? There's no limitation to how it's used. So if it's being used against you, that sucks. But it does not mean that you cannot use it for you. You could rewire your habits. You could rewire everything in your favor. Like I'm saying, I would encourage you to stop practicing the things that don't make a good future and a good you. But better than just stopping something, I encourage you to flip the script. Instead of stopping, staying in the middle, I want you to go forward in the opposite direction. Because you'll realize everything I'm talking about. You could use the same thing that's gone against you. You could use in your favor. My brother, go look at your stocks. Every time you have lost the stock by trading, flip it. Instead of trading it back and forth, hold it. Guess what? Your account's going to hit new all-time highs every year. I have evidence. Do you get it? These principles, these emotions, everything. It's up to you. You have a choice. That's why it's beautiful. Are things going against a lot of us right now? It is. Look at culture. Look at how much we've practiced negatively. But my brother, it doesn't change the principle. That's why I'm so excited. That's why I'm so annoying. That's why I'm so motivated. I am simply applying the exact same principles used against, but for. I encourage you to do the same. But whatever you're at right now, my brother, it has been practiced. Do you understand me? And if you try to deny this, I think you're running away from yourself. And it's not that bad. It's not condemning. Because like I'm telling you, all you're going to realize is whatever bad you thought you were, or whatever good you thought you were, my brother, you're not that good. I promise you. You're not as good of a person as you think you are. Okay? Humble yourself. And vice versa. You're not as evil as you think you are. Everything has just been practiced. Amen? Amen. So now, that's the first part. Are you ready for the uppercut? That should have been a right hook. I don't know who still remains. It's a good self-reflection. Oh, but now. This one, bro. You know, there's actually two parts to this. You know, and this is something I heard. This isn't Jesus. This isn't religion. But it was human. And it was a way to explain devil. And it's funny because, like I told you, you guys know the devil is a gimp. I just hope you know. Like, you have no idea. Just like when I'm, like he talk like that. He probably dresses. Oh my goodness. But and what I mean by that is just it's not an intimidating character. That's all I'm saying. You know, I'm more intimidated by like, what's up? I'm gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the devil was like, if he really had the characteristics of like a killer, I'd be scared. I'd be scareder, I guess, or I'd be somewhat worried. But no, I'm not. He's a gimp. And this is what I need you to realize. Just like the snake, the DNA, your mind, I really hope, like I've been telling you guys, you need to capture all of your thoughts. I need you to realize the things you're telling yourself, not all of those are truly your thoughts. And that's both good and bad. And sometimes those ideas in your head are great. You know that? Have you ever had an idea in your head once and like you're in a situation and it's like, yo, this is sketchy, you should leave? Right? Your gut, your head, that's a good idea. That's self-preservation. That was your brain and the DNA and the snake giving you an idea that even though it may have been rooted in fear or whatever, it helped. Sometimes there's good ideas. But in the same respect, like I'm telling you, the same principle for can be used against, same principle against can be used for. What else is going on in there? You're also going to get some ideas someday that are terrible. And you have to be able to capture and filter every thought to know which times your DNA is helping you and when it's not using the right tools and giving you false info. A good example is the stock market. Why? Because you know what's going to happen when the stock market goes down? I guarantee you, your DNA, your body, your mind, out of self-preservation, when it's low, it's going to tell you to sell. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm fucking wrong. Because I'm not. And you've all got to live through it. That's why I love this example. Because I know I'm speaking to people who have been there. I know this isn't, you don't have to imagine this, brother. You see what you guys don't remember this? Remember at the beginning of the year, right? And you'd love it when it's on the way up. Why again? So let me ask you this. When it's going on the way up, what false message does your DNA send you? It's hitting all-time highs. Your DNA is telling you, bro, buy it. We need to make money. Yeah, it's good now. Look, people confirm. That's a bad idea. You see what I'm saying? Your body naturally is like, oh, self-preservation. Don't miss out. We should make money. Oh, look, you have other people. It's telling you all these things, but the conclusion is wrong most of the time, right? Sometimes you'll get lucky, but the idea is it's not giving you correct info out of preservation. Doesn't mean you don't trust yourself. It just means you need to verify every thought and make sure it is serving you rather than going against you. Do you understand? Because when it goes down, your body is out of self-preservation. It's going to tell you to sell it when you should be buying or you should be waiting. But I hope you're getting this. And then BE, Bloom Energy. Whoa. Yo, up 1-4. You might have something. What is this? BE? Yep, BE, brother. And then, yo, those Eli's hit too. I already fucked up. Oh, those options are terrible. Dailies are... Bleh. Nah, that's all you guys. So, yeah, man. I hope you are capturing it. But here's the analogy. I just went on another rant. But Satan will help you analyze your own errors. Right? Think about it. Garden of Eden. The DNA snake. He's like analyzing the error. Analyzing. He's like, well, what about this? You don't realize that? Your Satan is giving you analysis. And you know what the devil is? It is just the error itself. Do you understand why I'm separating that? Because I want you to understand there is an error and then there is a logic behind it. Or there is an analysis. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's what you got to be mindful of. Or at the very least, take captive all of your thoughts. So, that being said, this is the uppercut that I wanted to give you. I wanted to explain to you today. I actually have another thing. This is still part of the intro. But I figured out why some people are hopeless. Have you ever had somebody, like, why is it we live in a world where people don't even want to be excited? Have you ever thought about that? Like, if I say good thing, you know how many people get mad at me when I say good things are happening in the morning? You'd be shocked. Why don't we like hope? Do you know why? I'm going to tell you today. And I hope that we fix this. I hope after today you really do fix it. And I think some of you are going to see it. You're afraid of hope. You know that? Some of you, if I asked you what you're scared of, some of you would tell me nothing. Or you tell me all these things. My brother, I think we live in a generation that is terrified of hope. I'll call you out. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I know at least one person in here, you're scared of hope. You're afraid of it. That doesn't make sense. Why would I be afraid of a good thing, right? Why? Imagine hoping. Good things are going to happen. The future, the world, America's going to be okay, you guys. Democrats and Republicans are going to be okay. We're going to work together. Some of you can't think like that. And you're angry, but you're not really angry. You're scared. I promise you. My brother, the self-sabotage you're doing to yourself is because you're afraid of hope. Let me put it another way. You are so afraid of hope that you will sabotage yourself in these moments so that you don't have to put yourself through this mental cycle all over again. Let's be real. My brother, you're not afraid of success. None of you are. I know it. That's why you're here. That's why you came in touch with me. I know it. That's why you like the stock market. You know there's money out there. You know there's possibility. You know, even if you believe some of the real estate propaganda, you know damn well you actually got a shot. Let's be real. Let's be real. You're not afraid about that. You don't think that's a bad thing. Oh, my brother, I know what's wrong. You are afraid of believing, putting your emotional body, mind, and soul into it all, and then getting let down once again. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. No? I know, I think it is. I think a lot of you are triggering the fire alarm before the fire can even find you. That's what's going on. Come on. You know why? Because I think your body remembers. That's why I love the brain, brother. And I love all this. You think I'm playing around? You think I'm going cuckoo? If I was, I wouldn't be doing so much things objectively better than I ever have. I love it. I love myself. I love God because he's in me. I'm learning. You should too. But I'm telling you, your body remembers everything. Your body, your mind, the unconscious, the neural network, all of it. It remembers. My brother, your body remembers how dumb you felt when you got let down. You don't remember? You don't want to talk about it, but it remembers. Your body knows, your mind knows how dumb you felt last time you had hope and got let down. Tell me I'm wrong. Your nerves remember the feeling of getting let down. Last time you had hope, you had all this effort, you were excited, you put so much into it, and then what happened? All this effort with nothing to show for it. And then guess what? Let me guess what you're going to do next. You're just not going to try again. It makes sense. Why would you? Last time I did it, my brother, can I be real with you? This hit me in my face. You know why? Why do you think I keep pointing out all the old videos? What do you think happened to me, brother? What do you think happened to me? That's why I started getting pissed. Believe me, I have a lot of stuff I want to make videos on. But then I'm like, well, what happened last time? What happened last time? I gave it all. I literally, imagine handing people the best opportunity in the world, and all they did was call you a scammer, copy you, steal from you, do the shit that again, think about it. They won't even give you credit. They'll go against you. It's so terrible. But even then, think about it. I have to go through that. That's what I realized. I said, oh, it's not that I don't. I have a lot to say. And I got a lot of things I think could help. But that disappointment, I'm not as hopeful in what my videos are going to do anymore. You know why? Because of what happened last time. But is that true? I don't think it is. Unfortunately, it's something I got to work through. It's something I got to figure out with. I'm glad that it's a YouTube video, because everywhere else in my life, it's a lot easier. I don't, everywhere else in my life, I don't have outside forces that'll, unfairly hold you back in certain ways. But then again, it doesn't fucking matter. The point was, I put a lot of effort in stuff, and then the result was pain, literally. Imagine telling people the perfect time to buy a home, half off, and all that came with it was pain. Again, $500 into $100K. You know how many millionaires I've made, and all it came with was pain. So what do you think is in my body when I'm like, hey, bro, maybe we should try this one again? My body's ringing a fire alarm. But my brother, we all do this with everything now. I'm talking about making a fucking YouTube video. Tell me about your life. Tell me about all of it. When I say you could be hopeful to buy a house, job, investing, all these things, are you not having an emotional reaction to the last time you did something, got hopeful, and got let down? My brother, are you trying to avoid something? Avoid it because you can't do it, or avoid it because it may not work, but don't avoid it because you're afraid, and afraid of hope, or reminding yourself what happened last time. Because like I'm telling you, my brother, I've told you all of that. Like you see the other channel. I'm still here live every day because I know what this had an effect. Oh, brother, I hope you feel it. But you can't play this game of being afraid of hope because you don't want to get let down. Do you understand me? You will get let down one day. That's fine. But the point is, you must keep going. But if you keep getting worried about hope or getting let down, the hope is going to die. You don't see it? My brother, praise the Lord. My hope would be dead already. Because why? Why would I do anything? Even then, I could take exactly what I just told you and say, why the fuck would I stream here? Why? There's no hope. You get rid of the hope, why? So I hope you've realized this. This is pivotal. Because if you're too scared of hope and then the hope doesn't arrive, you are going to die. It will be death. You'll just take whatever. Again, go back. You'll be compliant. Lack of clarity, all that. You will become whatever they want you to be. I think you want to be something else. So, I don't know, man. The next time your nervous system is telling you, maybe we just shouldn't even do anything to avoid what happened last time, I encourage you to stomp that snake out. You must always have hope. All of you. It's a beautiful thing. But like I told you in the beginning here, it's practice. So you could keep practicing, oh, I don't want to get let down, I'm not going to have hope. Or you could start practicing the real hope right now. Do you understand? Because this is going to kick in as soon as you figure it out. The longer it takes you to figure this out, then the longer... you could play this game for a really long time. Believe me. But you need the hope. And what happened just don't be afraid of hope. That's the key. Do whatever you want. And I don't know how you're going to grow the hope, but just don't be afraid of it. And don't be afraid of it because you got let down. That's it. He's like, that's it. Just look in the morning, bro. You'll see it. Somebody gonna get mad every day because they don't want to have hope. You know why? Because that every time I say it's gonna be good, that translates to I'm gonna get let down. Why would I get excited? Why would I invest? Why would I invest in hope if all it does is let me down? Why? Well, there you go. You got to figure that one out. Because if you just changed it and realized that if you actually were like, wow, I'm not going to get let down, then what would you do? If I told you your next action has 0 chance of failure, you're telling me you're not going to wake up all excited, that you ain't going to plow through whatever is in your... Come on. If I told you 0 chance of failure, brother, you would run. And you don't move because you think there's no chance of anything. So, praise God, baby. And praise the chat. I hope you guys have hope. And I hope you practice these things. And stop practicing hatred. Stop practicing the foolishness, the gambling, the drugs, the things that are not pushing you forward. I need you to practice the good. That's what, and I don't think you guys read like this power. We are here every day, bro, for hours. You are in the fucking dojo right now to practice whatever you want. That's what I'm saying. Some of y'all using this to type and practice the dog shit. What are you telling yourself? What are you practicing? This is your moment. I hope you use it. If you could learn nihilism, you could learn hope, baby. Oh, the truth of that. So now, Chattadonia, are you ready for more deep Bible talk? I got another one for you. One of my favorite stories. Everybody's favorite story. I might change it forever for you. But like I told you, I wouldn't, I've already offended a lot of people probably. I believe the Bible. I believe in Jesus Christ. Believe me, I'd be going insane without him. He is the only guard, only defense. It's so many amazing things. I take the Bible as true. I take it as the word of God. I mean, technically, no one else has claimed to say they were God except that one, ironically enough. But Campbell's? I don't know if that's popping or not. It's not loading. But, yeah. So, I'm going to tell you a story you already know about. But I want to encourage you to look at it from a different lens. And the lens we're talking about and been talking about is your brain. I love the Bible. I believe it's true. And like I've came to learn recently, it also serves as a double, triple entendre. I mean, it's so crazy. Because it reads true, it reads accurate, the same story you all know. But it also tells you a lot about your brain. That's something I figured out recently. And I've been sharing with you. And that's why I've been telling you. Some people don't like this one. But I told you, you only use 10% of your brain. Those are your lower senses. It only uses 10%. Touch, feel, smell, all these things. Lower senses. Give your 10% to God. He'll give you the rest. That's what I'm talking about. But the story I'm going to explain to you today is David and Goliath. You all know David and Goliath, right? The big giant. He's taking over. They can't defeat him. Talking smack on God. And then little David come in. And he's like, what do you say about my God? I'm going to fight him. And then Saul tried to give him the armor. And then his armor don't work. He said, no, I can't use a big sword and armor. And then he goes out with a slingshot. One shot, boom. The giant's taken out. David and Goliath's story. Right? Ever since then, you've heard that probably your whole life. Even if you've never believed, you've known the metaphor. So, are you ready? It's funny because there's a lot of meanings with it, but it's going to come back to your brain. And This is something we've talked about with David. When he goes in and he talks to Saul, Saul's like, yo, give him my armor. And people have always said the armor, that's like the world, right? You know, you could try to fight with the armor of the world, brother. You're not going to be able to move. But let me take it one step higher. Do you know what the armor is? It's affiliation. Think about it. This is a big battle. Back in olden days. You come to battle, you're wearing a uniform. You're wearing gear. What you are wearing shows what side you are on. David was coming from the farm. He wasn't wearing anything of Saul's. He wasn't wearing anything of the enemies. Do you get it? He had no affiliation. And then Saul tried to put it on him. Tried to give him his armor. Tried to give him an affiliation. Guess what? It didn't work. You know why? You can't move. What happened to David? You put on other people's armors, brother. You put on every affiliation, and you're not going to move. You won't be able to move. You're going to be constrained. That's why everybody throwing chains at you, trying to bind you up. Oh, you're not Christian if you do this. You're not Muslim if you do that. You don't support Israel if you do that. You're not a good person if it's chains. Well, think about that. All those affiliations, brother, you won't be able to move. How can you fight anything trying to wear everybody's armor? So that's the first part of that little analogy. No affiliation. Think about it. That free, in a weird way, David represented the free mind, the free spirit. Not tied to dogma, doctrine, anything. Religion even. There's no religion in that, brother. That's him and God. No affiliation. So that's the first part. But then what did he do? He says, screw the armor. He goes up. He's getting ready for battle. He picks something up. What does David pick up from the ground? Easy. You know what it is. It's his ammo. He scoops down and he picks up rocks. That's what it says in the story. Do you know how many rocks he picked up? So David scoops down to the ground and he picks up rocks, a stone. How many? How many did he pick up? Did you think it was just one? He picked up 5. See, you already realize it. It only took one shot to take him out. But go read the Bible. It says he picked up 5 smooth stones. Why would they give us that detail? Why does it matter? How did you know? Let me ask this way. Why did whoever wrote the Bible, how did they know he picked up 5? And why did they want to tell us 5? That's so weird. I'll tell you. It's an allegory. It represents something. Yes. I already told you. It represents your 5 senses. Think about it. Sight, touch, hear, taste, smell. 5 stones, 5 senses, brother. You've learned this in elementary school. Probably when you heard David and Goliath. 5 senses. That represents your whole body, your mind. That's all your mind is using with those senses. That's what you have here on this earth. And then he takes one stone, and what does he do with that one stone? It's a slingshot, and he fires it where? Where does it hit Goliath, my friend? Does anybody know where the stone hits Goliath? It says it. And then, can I remind you, if you have 5 senses and it was only one stone, where does it hit him? Wait for it. Hits him in the head. Where? Forehead. You know why? You know what the forehead is analogous to? Intellect. And then you know it's directly in the middle of your forehead? The pineal gland. Which again, and then, are you ready? Remember pineal, Jacob? And then one way, truth, and light? If it only took one stone, my man Jesus, he loves to say, the stone that the builders rejected. So right in the forehead. So the story of David Goliath, my brother, it means what it means. It has a lot of meanings. The new meaning I've gotten out of it recently is submit your 5 senses. That's the David and Goliath. You don't realize your brain, brother, all the senses you are fighting is Goliath. You are David in your brain. You know how hard it is to fight the desire of smell, sight, hearing, I'm telling you all of this stuff. I'm like, you gotta watch what you eat. You gotta watch what you hear. You gotta watch, bro, you're fighting Goliath. Look around in this world. It feels like we're fighting Goliath. And you know what Goliath does all the time? Talks a lot of smack on your God. My brother, it's in your brain. Do you see it? You must defeat the Goliath of your mind. You must hit it in the forehead, and you better take control of what's in that forehead. Do you understand me? That's what it's saying. And it's crazy because it's also an analogy to the crucifixion. Y'all playing. Y'all playing. Think about it. Hits him in the forehead, homeboy dies, 5 stones. My brother, do you know how many wounds Jesus had on the cross? 2 in his hands, 2 in his feet, 1 in the rib. 5. 5 senses, 5 wounds on the cross. And then you know what happens? You kill the Jesus, and then he comes back to life. My brother, kill your old mind, defeat Goliath, it's going to be reborn. And then you come back to life. It's actually crazy, too, because it does relate to your brain. What is it? They call it chrism, but that's not scientific. Let me see where it is. Claustrum. That's what it is. Then you know what your claustrum is in your brain? That's what they say, and it sends... People have called it chrism, and it's called like a Christ oil, but that's like the religious background of it. But scientifically, you do have something called a claustrum. This is it's a weird brain structure. But again, it's the same process. It goes down through your body, releases oil, comes back up. It's just, again, reborn. It's the same thing. Even the way your brain rebirths itself, it's very analogous towards the crucifixion. And that's in your body alone. And again, the whole idea, Old Testament, New Testament, that's why Jesus trips me out, because all of these little allegories of five senses, brain, all that, it matches up directly with the cross. So, my brother, the way, the truth, and the light. Do you see what's happening? Do you see what you're up against? You are fighting David and Goliath. It's in your head. All of you. You need to slay your senses to take control of the rest of that brain. I hope you could take it with one shot. One stone that the builders rejected, aka Jesus. You get that right in the forehead, my brother. That's it. Reborn. Wow, isn't that beautiful? I could go. I'll give you the other one. I'll give you the chrism claustrum one, but I might go too deep. I don't want you to lose the point. I don't want you to lose the plot. Because like I've said all day here, man, I want you guys to be hopeful. Don't be afraid. This is in your brain. All of this stuff is practiced. If you don't get it, man, all this meditation, long-term, everything, bro. We are up against Goliath. Every single one of us got our own Goliath. We all got our own mind, and we got to use it. You need to take control of your senses. You need to take control of the lower mind and control everything. Do you understand me? That's what it is. That's David and Goliath. Uh-oh. Oklo. Hearing D of E picks Oklo for fuel line projects. On it, I don't know what it will do or not do, but it's just probably going to be the pump round 2, essentially. So, yeah. But like I'm telling you guys, I hope this is the story. David and Goliath. We all love it, and we all want to beat Goliath. Beat him right now. It's your brain. These senses are huge, bro. Your mind is crazy. Eli Lilly is in active discussion with Trump admin on drug pricing. Fuck yeah. That's coming out. Yeah, right now. So no reaction yet. We already got a position. But yeah, man. Imagine. Just think about it. David and Goliath. And what happened to David after he defeated Goliath, brother? What was the reward? Have recompense for the reward, my brother. Do you understand? He became the king. All of the rewards, everything. That's what's going to happen to you. My brother, you take control of your mind. You defeat Goliath. All these things in this world pushing and pulling you. All the false messages. You take control of your senses. Use the stone the builders rejected. And my brother, you will conquer your mind. Do not go read the same Old Testament. You know how many times it tells you the land is yours? Doesn't it tell you to take dominion over the land? He's talking about your brain. Think about it. You're going to take control. You defeat Goliath, brother. You use your senses to your advantage. You defeat all of them. What do you think you're going to start doing? All that territory in your mind, you're going to start taking it. Do you understand me? That's amazing. That's what I want for all of you. I would love to see it. So, I don't know what Goliath you got. I think we all do. But it's time we start taking them out. And Chad, I hope you do keep the hope. And just realize this is it, man. You figure this, bro. You lock down your senses. That 10% of your brain is just for the lower mind. That's it. You're using 10% for all this dumb basic stuff. If you could conquer that 10%, you're going to get all of it. That's what that's Goliath. Again, look, who are you? Who are you to defeat what nobody could have? Just like David. Who are you to get the brain power and all that? Like, think about it. You can. You beat the lower mind. You have slayed Goliath. That's all it is. Now yours, just like I told you yesterday, your senses, you could put me next. It's not going to pull you. You have control. You have control over your eyes, of what you hear, what you eat, what you feel, the emotions. They don't pull you the same way. You know why? You slayed the Goliath. This 10%, these slower senses, you didn't make them the king. They were talking shit on the king. We slayed it. It's your mind, brother. It is your mind. So, Chad, I'm excited. I hope you are too, man. I pray you get the same revelation. But all I know, all of you is going to get and become whatever you keep practicing from here on out and what you have thus far. But go slay the Goliath, baby. Take that to the bank. That is your philosophy, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you guys are subscribed. We're live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. Drop your thumbs up on the video. You're on mobile. Press hot chat. X out the chat. Hit the thumbs up button. Oh, yeah. I love it. Bro. Goliath. Isn't that cool? There's another one. It gets cooler, but like I said, it was related to the brain stuff, but I didn't want you guys to get confused because I'll get really confusing. It's a lot. It's a lot of shit. But I love it. Oh, I love it. That being said, let's get some uncle and a pro. Jesus. Praise God. Amen, amen. It's a cult, baby. Hey. Yeah. If we talking plays, yeah, I'm in there like swimwear. I've been there. I've done this shit for 10 years. You could have it all, but you been scared. Big scare. Funny part, there wasn't even risk there. My thoughts been my own, yeah, I've been clear. No fear. Oh dear, who you trying to control here? My God is the weapon, I ain't boasting. Nah, it's done. Daddy said it's finished. Made me in his image, but that always made me timid. Wonder why we different, don't you ever get it twisted. It's It's the only way we get it, set apart from the start. And the heart isn't ours, it's a hippie with the love, but it's David with the sword. I want peace, so that means you gon' kill me if it's war. Nietzsche, Trotsky, can't beach on the arc. Want it easy or hard, want a genie or a god, then believe me, lil' bro, you a child, you a son of the highest in the bud. Don't deny it, we don't like it when they tell us who we are. I can tell you who I was, I can tell you who he is. I can make another song that's telling y'all about the crib, but for a second, keep it real. It's not the reason they will kill, it's the freedom in believing. They want that to bring the will. But I'd rather have it now, and I ain't never backing down. Lion gonna eat me or turn his ass around. Either way, I will remain up in his name and say it proud. Here, let's say it now. Jesus. I put Jesus on the beat so I can listen to it. I got reason to believe that we living in it. You could say it's one hell of a decision in it. Ay, if we talking plays, yeah, I'm in there. Like swimwear, I've been there. I've done this shit for 10 years. You could have it all, but you been scared, big scare. Funny part, there wasn't even risk there. My thoughts been my own, yeah, I've been clear. No fear, oh dear, who you try to control here? My God is the weapon, I ain't boasting. Amen. Yeah, real shit, all this dummy shit is boring me. Put me in the book of life, the author and authority. My father is the king, I'ma let him go to war for me. I got a lot of things, but my soul still mean more to me. Down with cannibals, they probably gonna eat your nest. 100 on the crib before I ever put it on my neck. Here, write this down, I don't want you to forget. God gave me this gift, I'm chained to him, not the shit. Just items, rather be like him. The valley in the shadows, I will not be frightened. I don't do the third eye, the word enlightens. Discern how they swerve, all they words, no biting. So smooth with it, wanna imitate it. Saint drip, bitch, I am inundated. In a little different, it's more than innovation. Always had a different vision if we both facing the same location. Oh, I'm patient, y'all keep playing. Haven't you noticed that we the same? No changing, y'all still flaking. I'm still crazy, smoke that hazy. This'll be the part where I tell them that they lazy. That's Jim Cramer, but Bloomberg hate me. And the place hit, so y'all can't blame me.
Chatadonia. Like that? Tell the people that Philo water is back. Rocklow, bottom to top. The ones like mid to mid money, they went. The out of the money is not as much, but those did work. That's dope. GG's. GG's, baby. GG. I made the grinding look easy. But yeah, man, we're back. We are back. A couple value names moving. You had the Oklo news. What a terrible oscillation of back and forth today. Then the bonds eventually gave up, but not bad. It's the literal last day of the month, you guys. So we'll begin the new month tomorrow, and then yeah, that's it. And then, so a little bit of effery at the end of the month. That's normal. Oh, excuse me. But if you have any questions, now would be the time. Otherwise, could talk about whatever you want, or we could hopefully find a play, but you don't gotta force it. Yeah, court weave. It didn't, like I said, it was either morning or you wait till the comeback. But so it's either, I don't know if it'll die, but what time is it? In literally like 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. If it starts turning around, that'll be a premium move. That's what happens on. That's what I'm talking about in the mornings, because it's like if you catch it off the run, you'll make money on the premium. If you're buying in the middle and it doesn't move enough after the pop, you're not gonna get shit. And then end of the day, if it goes down and you buy the put, it'll probably accelerate or up. But this is like that zone after like 2. That's what we've been seeing, at least this week, or a little bit of last week too. Oh, I'm patient. Honda. Yeah, you had Fed Goolsby's comments a little while ago.
You'll get them soon. There's a lot. There's some you haven't even heard. I just keep leaking them all. So, but yeah, you gotta wait. That's good, but you can't tell me what you did, Mr. Fahar. So I'm glad you went to church, though. I got your email, man, and I'm very, very glad to hear, bro. And I think you're gonna have. It's not gonna be easy, but you are no longer allowed to speak aloud about anything good you do. You know why? Because now your blessing is on this planet, not in heaven. No. You didn't break a rule. You broke a spiritual rule. So don't let your right hand know what your left hand is doing. So if the church tells you to help the unfortunate, you should even do it with or without the church telling you. But the moment you tell people, it's not the same. That's why I hate it when people like press me on shit when they're like, what do you do? Do you donate? Do you do this? Because I do. I just don't want to tell people because then I lose my blessing. I really believe that. Because that's why I don't like it when people, and we all don't like it, you know, you've seen it, the people who film giving to charity and other things. It's just like, you know, the general idea is to not do it to boast. Do not become pharisaical, as it often occurs. Are we gonna have a concert for Unc? Oh yeah, maybe at the farm. So I need to do it. I gotta edit the video. But I have I put it in the last video. We need a plan for the end of the year, and that's it. And then I got a Chad coming tomorrow. You know that? We got a Chad coming up tomorrow to the farm. So we're gonna get some. Maybe I should see him first and then put out the video. Now that I think about it. But yeah, man. And then we'll see what Mitch comes up with. And then other than that, it's we got one more time slot for a meetup at the end of the year. But I still think we go back to the question number one, how many people? Because I don't know why. I think we could do 50 if we release the address and I don't have to do any of the transport stuff. But I do think 25 to like maybe 15 would probably be a realistic number. So that's kind of where we're at. And then again, either before Thanksgiving or after Thanksgiving. Or we could even push it too, depending on scheduling. But and then like you guys have to, that's like one thing I learned from it last time, is that like make sure you're like you know what you're getting into, in the sense of like, you know, if you watch the videos, you sign up, you go through this step-by-step process, and then like right before you go, you're like, Josh, I think you're gonna kill me. I would just not come. Okay? That's what we had. We had it happen a couple of times there, and then they're like towards the end, like the 2 or 3 that were kind of, you know, at the last minute, they're like, I need the address. What if something happens? I'm like, my brother, if you're genuinely that worried, I don't think from the get-go we should have I don't think you know what you signed up for. I'm lost. So yeah, that was the other thing, because I think we saw it happen last time, and then it makes sense. I mean, I'm concerned about it too, but like I'm saying, it's like you guys got to realize, as odd as this may sound, and this is a good thing, trust me, but like, I'm not worried about you. Does that make sense? I'm more worried about me. But that's good for both of us. This is what I was trying to explain. They're like, you know, because some people, they're like, wait a minute, Josh, are you going to kill me? And I'm like, brother, I'm more worried you're going to kill me and all of my friends. So do you see the problem? That's where I'm like, yo, you try, like, we both, while you're like, yo, prove it that you're not going to kill me. I'm like, I feel, bro, I feel. And then, so yeah, that's it. That's the only thing. I think at the last second, a lot of people, or like a small portion, but I think like 10%, at the last minute, it like dawns upon them, and they're like, holy fuck. am I really doing this? And then once they start getting into the details and realizing there's not that much details, and they're like, I'm about to go across the country, and then I'm like, then they ask me, I'm like, well, what? You knew this, brother. You knew this. So, we all got long terms. Ain't nobody killing nobody. I hope not, man. I hope not. But that's it. I mean, you could ask them. I had a gun on me the whole time. I'm not. I was very open about it. We are on private property, and even in my vehicle, it's licensed, so I don't want to hear it. Exactly. So yeah, I said it's cool, bro. I'm quick with the top tick. So at the end of the day, just in case, the Lord is with me. So this is Austria. So that's it. But that is there. That does bring up a point, though. It brings up something I realized. I think the stock market is radicalizing people. You know that? Do you know how many clips after? Because you guys know I really didn't watch Charlie. That's the sad reality. A lot of people didn't. They watched him, but they didn't. And like I didn't really watch him. You know what I'm saying? I watched the clips, and then I started watching. And bro, do you know how many and then I've seen it in passing, but do you realize how many of these Antifa crazy, even the crazy liberals, they know about stocks. They know about puts. It's scary. Not because I don't think they're going to make money more, and I hope they do and stop, but do you guys not realize it? Pandora's box is open. That's why even the prediction markets and all of you fucking idiots promoting it, blood is on your hands. Because do you not see it? Do you guys know what I'm going to tell you next? Or can you see it already? Who has the vision? Let's see. I'll let it sit for a second. Why is there a problem with stock markets and prediction markets and radicals? Why? In a real practical sense that may have already occurred. Let me ask this. Have any of you ever played Grand Theft Auto 5? What was the first couple missions in Grand Theft Auto 5? Does anybody remember? No, bro. Yeah. You guys don't get it. It's terrible. The more there, and I have clips of it, and it's related to the Charlie thing. You know how many people right before him, bro? They were saying they know what puts are. You fucking idiots. Dude, you saw it after UNH. It has nothing to, it's not even that greedy. I'm telling you, we're going down a very dark path of idiots. They don't even want money. Money will be a tool. But the sad part about these hyper prediction markets, you're going to get idiots doing shit off of the prediction markets. I.e., murder, crime, and all these terrible things. You just monetized it, you dumbasses. How do you not see it? That's what happened in Grand Theft Auto. You had to do the one guy for the stock market, and then you got paid. So now you guys just created a bunch of liberals where Reddit and Wall Street Bets started. They all have no sense of, they all prefer degeneracy and all of this, then untraceable crypto, and now you're gonna pay them to do extreme stuff and create a prediction market. What do you think's gonna happen? Is murder for hire or extreme? This is like a movie plot. I have a movie written of this years ago. And then they made the movie of the guy. It's extremism. Once you throw in extremism, but you just monetized it. Do you get it? It's monetized. That's fucking unbelievable. So theoretically, you just turn random crime into DraftKings if you really wanted to. Exactly. Is so-and-so going to die this year? Is this going to happen this year? And then now the more extreme it gets, it may be improbable. You just put a fucking bounty on it. It's ridiculous. Oh, man. Pretty crazy, huh? So yeah, that's what I said. There's a lot of radicals, and then radicals in them, and some of them even know it. I think even without prediction markets, I think some of them are already planning things, and they're gonna buy puts for it. I think in the next couple years we're gonna see that. One of these Antifa liberal groups, I think they already have that guy already gave it away. I already have 3 different clips of them bringing this up, just random kids on these interviews, and they think they're slick. It just is. I'm telling you, they know it, and they're planning ridiculous, crazy shit. I think even Fuentes too. He's probably involved. He's part of it. And then they're gonna go and fucking do crazy shit to monetize it off a put, and then that's gonna fund them for whatever else, or to cause other hype and radicalization. Yeah, bro, Eli Lilly. So, I don't know if it'd be insider trader, but the issue isn't a securities violation. I think the issue is murder and unchecked crime. I think a fucking just people going apeshit is a little bit more of concern. Brazil Treasury will roll over debt 100% this year. Baxter's going up. I just put that one up. And then Lilly and Eli, bro, those have been nice. And then Perigo now. That's a drug maker. Again, Baxter just started popping too. So yeah, that's your off topic. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for shopping at Stock Market Live. Yeah, the Vegas guy. Yeah, these are all the innocent starts of it. You've already seen it. You even saw it with UNH in a weird way. That's what I'm saying. Nobody's connecting the dots, and it's all innocent now. One day it's not going to be innocent. That's just, you know why? Because the law of things don't just stop. Fucking object in motion continues to be a radical, crazy piece of shit until acted upon by an equal radical, crazy piece of shit. Apparently, that's the Newtonian law of politicalness. But yeah. Ain't that something? I know. And then why do you think Robinhood? Robinhood has a lot of liberals. They all, even I just after seeing the discrimination thing with Robinhood, and then I go back to all the fucking Robinhood people who follow me, they're all fucking crazy liberals. I wouldn't say they're crazy. They've held their mask pretty well, but at the end of the day, I'm like, oh. And then yeah, I think Robinhood, if they get the prediction markets, that's gonna open up the next door of this to spreading it more to literally the target market who would do it. Honeywell? That was yesterday. Pfizer and Lilly though, bro. All right, a lot of biotechs. I don't know why some of my charts look like that. And then we're right at open, bro. This is hideous. They have it already. They have the light version. They don't have the real one yet. You'll see. Trust me, you'll see. Just remember this one. It doesn't even matter though. Like a lot of stuff, I could tell you what's gonna happen, and then it'll happen, and then what happens next, or they'll be like, well, what about this? That's it. So if what I told you happens in like 6 months, somebody they'll be like, well, what about this then? And then everyone just moves on to the next thing. It's so weird. But yeah, but I think a lot of those balls have been pushed down the hill already. That's why I don't like the prediction markets. I've been like that for a while. The AI and the regulation stuff. That's why SB 771, please, if you have any sort of soul, vote against it. If you don't have a soul, I understand. Then feel free. I understand why you don't support it. You have zero soul tie to anything of this planet or world or thereafter, so I get it. But other than that, there's no news. I see Brazil headlines. I think we've done this all day, brother, with these moves. It's usually NVIDIA and all that, but the news was the drugs. That's the drug pricing fire. We caught it really early. We caught it multiple times today. We got 3 or 4 different plays. All of them hit, every single one of them. But that is the only thing I see right now. I can show you the world. Shining, shimmering, long term. Tell me, trader, when did you last hold a stock for weeks? A whole new world filled with gains in buying homes. No one to tell us no. Where'd the buy button go? Now I'm in a whole new world with you. Thank you. I don't know what's the play. Oh, fuck. Damn it. All right. Say less. Wow. HGTY. Now I'm in a whole new world. Oh shit. I can't type, bro. All right. So the lilies went crazy. I made it free. Eli, do you love me? I can't believe Eli Lilly though. That thing has been phenomenal the last few years. Yeah, the Mercs are up a lot. I'm gonna make a Merc free too. But I like the Mercs. Got a little bit of time on them too. Alright, I made a Merc free. It's 400% on that one. It went up 300 real quick, but then kind of leveled out. That was a really good one. All right, I made a couple of those biotechs free, and then we ride. Have you ever had an appraiser told you it costs twice the price to fix it? And then I'm not following. I mean, appraisers will just usually tell you the value for the bank and whether or not they're gonna give it the value so that the bank could give it its money. Unless you're buying it all cash, then the appraisal is just for either insurance or your own personal reasons. But yeah, that's the only thing that really factors in. But if an appraiser is telling you how much it'll cost to fix, that might just be an opinion. I don't know. But I don't know the situation. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It seems like I think it's an opinion. Alright. Oh yeah, you have Nike earnings too. I want to play it. I have some old plays from before, but I don't know if I want to put anything new. I kind of want to wait, because if it does bad, we might be able to snag it again for the long term. And then if it does good, then it'll just take off. Or if it does, some of these too, they have very middle-esque. I think that's the part you got to be afraid of. If Nike's not hot or it's not cold, the Lord hates lukewarm. So does option traders. Would I pivot from stocks to paying down the house once you acquire it? No. Because what are you doing? What type of house is it? Is it a house you're living in, or was your first house a rental? But you already got it. So now the idea is let it be an asset that you hold and let it grow and work just like your long term. But ideally, it's rented paying for itself. So, you know, that's why I'm focusing so hard on getting the farm on Airbnb or making money, because once I get that mortgage paying for itself, nothing is coming out of my pocket. You get what I'm saying? So now my long term's gone, but not really. I just turned it into more money. But now if the property pays for itself, or you are already paying it the minimum for rental because you're living in it, or the mortgage, then there should be like a certain use value, or it's paying for itself. And then let that go through until you either find the next deal, and then you go and rebuild the stocks. So then that way, because the paper could grow faster, and then you already have money in real estate working, yeah, 30 years, you're going to pay a lot in interest, but we'll probably either refi or get rid of it before, or utilize the interest as a tax benefit rather than having to pay out of pocket in that sense. So I wouldn't really care about paying down the debt on the property until like later, or depending on if it's going to be necessary to move into another property or not. But for now, you could start rebuilding long term, rebuilding savings, let the house pay for itself, and now you'll have more diversification in everything, right? You may have you paying on the house, but you're going to pay for it anyways. If it's already paying at the minimum itself, then you rebuild cash, rebuild long term. If you had cash to even pay it down, you could either turn some of that cash into other assets or keep some in reserves, and then there you go. You're more diversified in case anything happens. So if you're going to pay down debt aggressively, I mean, the first question I'm going to ask you is why? So what's the purpose? If you had $200,000 in debt and you don't want to put that money to work and you want to pay it down, the question is why? So, and then depending on that answer, there might be a better way to go about getting that why. SMTC, ASTS, are these space stocks? And then XLV just going nuts, bro. Even Pfizer, we had a couple of those. I already made those free. A Pfizer. Yeah, bro. Oh, wait, where is UNH? UNH hasn't moved yet, believe it or not. The health insurers are not the drug companies. Think about it. You recently joined. Where's your farm located? I'm not going to tell you. You got to go find it. So I have a disdain to people who left and came back. So if you don't catch up and on there, I have zero sympathy for you anymore. So I love you, but we're not going back because y'all didn't pay attention. So I would stop telling me. You guys realize it sets you off worse now. Back in the day, you were like, oh, I came back. I'd be like, what a word. Now it's just like, nah, you fucked up. So I hope you're locked in, but go back and get it. Pay attention. If you listen, you'll pick up on things. But yeah, we gotta run it. But yeah, none of the insurers move, but the drug plays are good, man. We had an early jump on it. I'm glad. Yeah, I just made some of them free. They keep running. And then nothing on weed today. It was for peace of mind since family played it down. Even on the COVID. Oh, it's on low COVID rates too, bro? You tripping. Yeah, don't pay it down. Actually, it's foolish. So if that rate is like 3%, that's the dumbest thing in the world, paying that down. Because no one's going to give you that money. That amount for that rate. Even in stocks, even on paper, even on secured assets, you can't acquire that anywhere. So you want to have as much of that as you can as possible. Right? You don't want, if I could have cheap debt right now, I would love it. That's why, remember, when I was paying down debt, I only paid off the expensive ones. Believe me, I was tempted. I wanted to pay off I had a lot of loans during like 2022 and 2023, and I really wanted to pay them down. I just wanted to pay them off because I didn't want the leverage. I didn't want to have loans. It feels good to not have debt, but it just was dumb. I couldn't do it. I paid down anything that was above like 5 or 6. Anything that was just crazy, I paid it off. And even 5 or 6 doesn't even seem as crazy anymore. But it was, yeah, but like 2-3%, dude, you're never gonna I want as much of that debt as possible. Okay, maybe one day, maybe another crisis, but for now, in the last half decade, that's one thing in the video I don't think I could have forecasted. You know that? Everything else, imagine that video I played twice. That shit's accurate as hell, bro. I mean, we could still probably argue on whether or not this is the 70s, but the general principle, that got you in the fucking end zone 10 times over. But I don't know if rates, because I don't think I realized then that would probably have been the lowest rates would have ever been in the next 20 years. Like, actually. So that's a crazy concept. And that's why if you have that loan, my brother, I would not. Yeah. My parents are like that too, brother. I have it built in me. That's what I'm telling you. I was doing very well, and I had homes, and I had a lot of cash, and I didn't want to waste it. I didn't want to gamble. I wanted to turn it to a trophy. And I was like, let me pay off homes. But no, only some of them. You can't go the expensive interest, pay it down. If it's well above the Fed's fund rate, if it's a normal loan you could replicate today, pay that shit down. That's a good way to put it to work. Go pay off your credit cards. That's shitty debt. But the ones at 3%, dude, 4%, you have to fight me if you want to pay that. You know that? I don't know if you guys I'm fighting you guys. The last motherfucker who tried to sell one of these fucking 3% loans, I got so mad. You guys you realize that? You want to tell me I don't love y'all? Fuck you guys. I don't get anything off of it. I get rewarded in other ways, so don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? But like, this is your home, bro. This is your money. Last homie who tried to fucking sell his home on a 3% loan, dude, and he already had it listed and played that game. I'm like, bro, you guys are playing around, bro. You have a gift. You got handed this shit. Dude, a 3% loan on $100,000, $200, $300. You'll never get that unless there's another calamity or craziness where they're dropping interest rates like that. And you saw how long it's been and how long it's taken just to lower it 1%. And now you live in a world where they lower interest rates and rates go up, motherfucker. If you guys want to get rid of a 2%, 3% mortgage, you don't have to die in the house, brother. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to die in it. That's because, like, listen, you could maneuver. Just don't give up that money. Treat it like a stock. Oh my gosh. That's what I'm saying. I think that's what's fucking people up. Because it's real estate, but like, treat it like paper. Treat it like a stock. If it was a stock on paper, it would be so dumb. If I told you I would let you borrow margin at 2% on $1 million, none of you would pay that off. You would take it. Why you wouldn't try to get rid of that? And that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to fight you guys in these scenarios where I'm like trying to hammer it in your head, being like, no, bro, do not give up that loan. I'm going to challenge you. Because again, You're not giving me the money. I'm a third party. I'm not invested in this. But you guys got something from a bank that they made a foolish decision on. And then if you give it back or give up that thing, that's it. And you lose it. But now you're in favor. You're the one winning with that type of loan. Everything else might be bad, and you may have other difficulties, but that's something going well for you. And I would not let go. You motherfucker, let me get a win. I'm gonna fucking win. You should too. So I would really challenge yourself before letting go of that. Find other options. You could rent out the property. You don't have to live in it, man. That's what I'm saying. Anyone telling you got one option, hate you. Because you got more options in this life, bro. You don't want to be a man anymore, motherfucker? What the fuck? You got options. So don't tell me you gonna either die in the house or I have to sell it. No, you got options. And then the bank gave you a gift unknowingly. I wouldn't give it back. It's margin. It's a loan. No one will give you that ever again. Or at least give it a decade. I don't want to say ever again. I don't even want to say 20 years, but at least for the next decade or next five more years from now. I don't think you'll get them lower than anything of what some of the ones I've seen even from the chat. And that's why I'm like, you guys should not really be I would not be quick to give those up at all. Yeah, man, I really hope. Don't do it. Please. I beg you. I beg you. You know, I'd rather you get more long-term, or let's get another house, motherfucker. How about we buy you want to buy a house? Can you pay off another house? Why don't we just do that? And then you could make your Asian parents happy. And then you'll feel good too, deep down inside, knowing you have a paid off home. So instead of paying off the mortgage, go find a cheaper house and go buy it off cash and make that cash flow. Ta-da! There you go. Now we have one paid off house, the house you're living in at a fucking discount because of the mortgage, and then whatever else life brings you with savings, long-term, and good decisions. I like that idea. Not a recommendation, but yeah. Blue Washington. Well, that's it. I told this to Derek because they were even thinking about moving to the farm area, and I was just letting everybody know because I think the area where the farm is, the property values are going up, and just like sadly, bro, you can it's the more property values go up, the more likely it is to turn fucking liberal. So I can't explain it. They get rich and then they lose sight of reality and then they turn into liberals. Ironically, I don't know how I became who I am. Maybe I need to make more money. Holy shit. Okay, maybe. Maybe I'm not greedy enough. Maybe I'm a true liberal. But other than that, they're fake? Oh. But either way, the whole point is that property values go up, it'll probably turn into liberal land. So you got to keep that in mind, depending on there, if you're trying to avoid it. Because think about it. You guys got to realize this. If you do what I'm telling you with real estate, we should end up in liberal land. That's what I do. We're buying these. San Diego wasn't liberal land. It is now. I bought it at Republican prices. And now it's at Democrat prices. And then, so you're going to deal with this. So if you're trying to live in a place and you're like, I don't want to live around this. I'm like, well, motherfucker, if you play your real estate cards right, you are going to live around it. They're going to follow you. So, yeah, bro. Oh, let me get this guy. You didn't. You cosign. I mean, you could probably get it would probably be 10-20% down, but yeah, that's why you don't cosign. But it's, I mean, again, you're doing well. That's it. Just don't tie yourself up like improperly again. And then I don't know. You still got options. depending on how much money you have, and if you really are already having these assets in your favor, it should be easier than it is harder. I think it's going to be harder to get a good deal. That's going to be the hard part. Like, getting the loan for the farm was just annoying. That's it. Finding the deal is the hard part. Finding a property where it's worth it, that's the hard part. But doing everything else is super duper easy. Yeah, bro. Poway. Yeah, Poway is super cheap. It used to be. That was like Republican land. Again, even that's become, well, all of San Diego's becoming liberal land. But it was dirt cheap back in the day. All these places. So, and that's a good thing. I'm not against it. I like buying cheap and then let it go up. That's ideally what I'd like for all of you. And then whatever Baxter is, that one keeps going up. We saw that earlier. SPY near the high. 30 minutes till power hour. You have enough room to go a little higher, drop down, and then pop back up one more time. And then BE, I mean, that's 400 highs. We saw it on the first one. The options were really expensive. That one went. An agent? Well, we have a lot of agents, so I mean, by default, I guess I am kind of using an agent, but we just list them. It's a property manager. That's who's doing the background checks and all that. Not necessarily a real estate agent, but it's like property managers I have do that. Just all depends on, like, the farm I'm doing a lot myself for now until we get it up there, but most of them I do have a property manager. I forwarded it, the thing yesterday. I'm waiting because I have 2 people in LA, but I want to make sure it's the right one. And then let me see. Does she already have a loan? But yeah, I'm waiting. I just forwarded it again. The other person didn't get back to me. Yeah, man, all the places, everywhere. So the nicer it gets. Unity, you know, 8 dog. They got downgraded. All right. Now long term, yeah. I don't have a property manager I can recommend. I'd say just go on Yelp or go find someone locally who's using them, because that's the hard part about real estate, even referencing the area. Like San Diego, I got a lot of people in SoCal, but it's some areas in Texas and just all over. Like I have trouble in Ohio, but I found somebody through somebody else, and then yeah, but it was a matter of hunting. So I'd get on Yelp and call some people. Older homes? I mean, it all depends on take it into consideration, but just depends on the value, condition, what type of work you'll need to do, or if any at all. But usually my problem is the layout. I just don't like the layouts of the old homes. They're very hard to sell because they have like 1 bathroom, really weird fucking things. But other than that, if the foundation's not a problem, electrical, plumbing, I don't give a fuck when it was made. If it's a decent layout, doesn't have historical limitations, or even if it does, it's only exterior, and then it has like a nice layout, then I have no problem. I think I'm gonna go get another probe. Just hungry. IFF on high. been good, man. But you only said what's up after I mentioned a client in LA, man. Come on. You gotta say good morning before that.
Awareness Month. People, usually not.
I did have you in
17,
mind,
but
though.
one
I
out of 50
didn't
people
see
has
you
a brain
lately.
aneurysm. Often.
All right, I'll be right back.
And it's very, very important to understand the
Brain
risk factors, the warning
aneurysm
signs,
awareness
the
month.
symptoms, so that you can get medical attention.
Mine was
Joe.
almost immediate. Like the headache began, and like within 5 minutes, I have, after about 10 minutes, I have almost no memory of it. I don't know
Mine was, this situation was similar in that worst pain I've ever felt in my life in my head, going in and out of consciousness, and it was imaging at a hospital that I eventually got to that showed bleeding on the brain.
But there are some people, I know we're not medical experts here, folks, so don't come at us, but we both are, gone through this. There are some people that it's a lot slower. It's just like a slow headache for a long time.
It's a lot slower.
Don't take it for granted.
Don't take it for granted. And there's so many complications that can arise. I had the pleasure and the honor of speaking to a researcher yesterday who is looking at what can be done after someone has an aneurysm to make sure that they don't have a second brain bleed. And Dr. Sun-Kyu Lee from Montefiore Medical Center, where I was treated actually, is getting private funding from the Brain Aneurysm Foundation to look at this, because as we're talking about government shutdown, we're talking about some significant cutbacks potentially in agencies that are saving people's lives. So private funding is so very
important. Yes, and just folks, if you have a bizarre headache that lasts for a period of time, you don't have to be a doctor. Just get it checked out, because Sharon and I are both here to tell you, you don't mess around. And there's other people we know here too, by the way. We're not going to talk. It's their story to tell.
Right.
It's a serious thing.
It's a serious thing. And know your family history. Family history, in my case, is one of the major risk factors that likely led to mine. So know your family medical history.
There is a medical history part of this?
Yes, there's a medical history.
My family never let me know about that. I was never warned.
Now
Sharon
you can warn your
Epperson,
kids.
I'm glad you're doing so well.
Same to you, my friend.
Thank you very much. Well, some would argue I'm not. For strategies to cope with unexpected financial events like a layoff or a job interruption for any reason, check out Sharon's free Money 101 newsletter using the QR code on the screen, or go to cnbc.com/Money101. She also does it on Espanol.
I do, yes, you know.
All right, bueno. Coming up, a very rare interview with the chief designer for Tesla, and then we're gonna look at some really cool boats. Wait, whoa, sitting in my boat. Get out of the boat. I'm kidding. Got the CEO of Malibu with us. We're gonna go out there in a few minutes. Check it out.
Oh, shit. Yo, Zillow. I'm eating a protein bar. Zillow got sued. Zillow and Redfin. They're getting sued by, which one moves more? They're getting sued by FTC over illegal suppression of rental market. Yeah. Oh, it is your 40th war now. You get 2. Kern. Woo! Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. So yeah, Zillow and Redfin, Archite, FTC investigation. I don't know how much juice it'll have. It's down a little bit, but see for the pop. We've seen this a couple times. That's coming out though. Well, it's either gonna hit right away or it'll bounce and then it'll hit in 15 minutes. I just don't know where it'll stop. Yeah, Zillow has way more rentals though. So I think that's why they're kind of the target getting clapped off of it. Archite's going, but Zillow is they're already jacking up everything too. But yeah, you could have grabbed, there's a couple on there. There are 215 in them all now. If you react, I'm still eating my fucking protein, bro. We got that one though. You were somewhat early. No way. So yeah, see, watch if it bounces or flush it. That's just took another 3%. So you could have hit. Open door. Open door doesn't do anything, you guys. Why would they be getting affected? What do they? I feel like Open Door would buy people's rentals for double what they pay, and then be like, can we flip it? No? Okay, we gotta write it off. So I don't know why the fuck they're moving. They have nothing to do with this. I'm gonna eat my protein. Yeah, either you try to find a cheapie if you didn't grab one, or you wait till the bounce and then you could double dip. And then SPY, new high. Oh yeah, I'm still chewing, my bad.
S&P 500 index higher, little change right now, up by about 0.1%. For on-demand news 24 hours a day, subscribe to Bloomberg News Now wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Charlie Pelleton. That is a Bloomberg Business Flash.
All right, Charlie, thank you so much. So women are controlling ever greater sums of money around the world, setting the stage for major shifts in wealth management and philanthropy. In the U.S. alone, McKinsey expects women to control $34 trillion, or roughly 38% of investable assets by 2030. That's close to double last year's total. The figure was just $7.3 trillion. That was 29%. That was about 10 years ago, Tim.
The worlds of finance, wealth management, and banking are all recalibrating for this great wealth transfer. With more in our new weekly discussion on women, money, and power, where we explore the economic implications of these changes and how to navigate them. We welcome April Ruden, founder and CEO of the Ruden Group, and Nick Rice, director at Brunswick. They're the co-authors of the forthcoming book, Wealth Management with a Difference, Your Guide to Achieving Client, Generational, and Business Success. It comes out late next month. They both join us here in the studio. Welcome to both of you. We've been talking about this great wealth transfer for quite a bit of time. I mean, purely demographics, when we think about aging baby boomers and then who ends up receiving those funds. I want to start with you, April, the economic implications of these changes and what it means for new trends when it comes to investing, saving, and of course, giving.
Well, it's huge. It's, as you said, it's the intersection of all of these different factors coming together. There's never been a better time to be in wealth management. I would say the opportunities for financial advisors and for all firms that are serving in financial services, that sector of women is gigantic, because you have financial advisors that are retiring. You have women inheriting more money. It's actually more of a wealth transition we're going to talk about rather than a wealth transfer, because it's actually vertical, right? Women live longer, and so before that wealth transfer has happened, there's going to be a wealth transition.
Why is that an important distinction?
So I started my firm 17 years ago talking about the wealth transfer, and it actually hasn't really happened. You still, from those McKinsey stats, you have people still talking about it's going to happen, it's happening, is it happening? And now, and people were under the impression that the transfer was also going to go to Gen Z, but actually it's going to go to Gen X. And Gen X are now in their 60s and approaching retirement themselves, some of them. So I think it's more complicated than what people think, and so it's important to pull it apart and understand more about what's happening.
Nick, I want to bring you in. So how much do things change when it comes to the investing world and the approaches? Like, how much is going to be different? Because you know, it's interesting that, you know, we sometimes men versus women and the distinctions, but is it all that different?
Yes, so there's going to be significant change. I think all the data shows that women are very, very passionate about using their investments and their philanthropy to fulfill specific purposes and to ensure that they have impact in a way that might not have happened in the past, or they might not have had the tools to do that always in the past. There's been a strong trend towards philanthropy among older generations, but female clients, particularly the younger generation, are more focused on measuring that impact, generating that impact, and also making money through purpose-driven activities.
So where, on the impact side of things, where does that end up going?
So it varies, right? So you can look at it through a sustainability framework. A lot of clients prefer to look at a sustainability framework targeting things like the environment or social causes.
I thought we stopped caring about that.
Well, some clients don't choose to look at it through a sustainability framework, right? It varies depending on the client, but a lot of clients target the same underlying causes whether or not they use a sustainability framework. You can target healthcare as a client through your investments, through your philanthropy. You can use the sustainability framework to do that, or you can not use the sustainability sustainability framework. There are various different ways of cutting the pie.
I want to bring you in on the same thing. Like, you know, why is it so different? But we hear from Nick that, yes, it will be different.
Also, to your point, I think sometimes U.S. is very U.S.-centric, and whereas that might be true in the U.S., our book is for a global audience, and that has not died down in Europe and Asia. Impact investing, sustainability is really hot and is something very important.
I love that you went there. We're just coming off the UN General Assembly, and we did a big broadcast last Wednesday from the Plaza. Bloomberg does a big event, a global forum, and I felt like most of who we talked to, a lot of European officials, and yes, talking about alternative energy, renewables, how it financially makes sense, that nothing's changing. And that really struck me in those discussions.
Well, it struck us because here in the U.S., the changing administration has really changed the tone when it comes to renewables and also when it comes to foreign aid. And pretty much every guest we spoke to, Carol, at that event was talking about how to maximize the impact of foreign aid and how to maximize the return from renewables.
Yeah, I think it's kind of fascinating.
So that's one of the reasons why we went global on this book. And we spoke to 80 senior leaders across the world because more and more firms are global in nature and more people are mobile in nature. And so having a better understanding of what our world is and technology connecting us is truly important. Even visiting some of the headquarters of some of the firms, you can see a huge difference where some firms are very traditional in the way that they look. Other firms have a more sustainable approach, as Nick was saying. You see firms that have more green, more exposed brick. You know, in London, they've purchased a building and have redone it, something we don't really see here in the U.S., where we're just going to, knock the building down and build something back up again. But there's an effort to create sustainability and demonstrate it through their brand.
What does this mean in terms of money flows? So we are Bloomberg, and that is something, whether it's a fund advisor, whatever, Tim and I constantly talk about where the money goes. So Nick, where does the money go potentially as we see this this wealth transition?
It's a lot, man. It's a lot to deal with. But yeah, that's it. It just kept dropping. The biotechs kept going. And then you got 12 minutes till power hour. CSGP, I think it's a cancer drug. So all of these drugs keep going, baby. Oh, man. Son's first birthday. Wow. Long-term treating him well. That's awesome, bro. Well, way to be an awesome dad and get him a long-term for year number 1, baby. What should be your B-Day stock? Kyle, happy birthday for the second time. But if you think we're going to break the rules for your birthday, you got me fucked up, brother. So I encourage you to be wise and do not make a decision just because it's a date on the calendar. And I hope you're planning for 10 years, just like what got you here. But no, we're not doing that. So happy birthday again. And happy birthday to the baby Chad for year number 1. I'm a big fan of that. And all you guys getting fucking long terms for your kids, I got here without one. So you're setting them up very, very good. And then 2, take advantage of the fucking Donald Trump one. I'm not a fan of all this money they're spending, but I am a fan of that. So I'm down with it. Dude, AbbVie too. I feel like we didn't talk about AbbVie enough because they're part of it. AbbVie announced plans to build in the U.S. They already have a lot in the U.S. in Abbott. So yeah, I don't know, man. That one is also a little winner there with everything going crazy. China stocks have been trash all week. If you haven't noticed, they have a Golden Week holiday. It's doing good in China, but ever since last week. But Baba kind of had that gap up, but then they don't do shit intraday. And like Baba's still like right at a new high, but they've all been kind of bunk except Buki. Ironically enough, Buki is the one not doing Dookie. Senate minority whip Durbin will vote against Republican stopgap bill. You got another one on the way? Oh, that's crazy. They're going to have 2 long terms. It's good, man. No worries. Even then, you tap the Trump fund. You try to get them a long term. Set it up, man. As long as you keep putting that 10% for them, bro. It's going to be, it'll be difficult. It's not going to be easy, but, it's truly going to be mind-blowing, in a decade or 2. And as you watch them grow, and to have something for them is, like I'm saying, because they would have been good even if you didn't give them anything. But some of y'all are really, really hooking up your kids. So that's good. I think your biggest job at this point is make sure that they don't become an Antifa member. That's it. I think that's what you guys got to do. You should hug your children, get them a lawn term, and at this point, you just got to make sure that they don't join Antifa. That's all. It's really not that bad. 20 years ago, you guys had to make sure your daughters didn't become strippers. That was like the mantra. Now I think we're all in danger. And I think stripping is the least of it. I think you got to make sure your children do not join Antifa. So thank you. And maybe teach them what real fascism, teach them what the word fascism means. I don't know. I don't have any kids. So, yeah. Danny here has been running all day. There's been a lot of these, so I'm glad we got ours. Did all close stay up? No, that came right back down. Both. I mean, I don't care about crying. I don't care about crying. I don't care about anything. I care about the truth. Does that make sense? So, I don't care what, like I said, if Donald Trump spends too much money, the truth is that's not wise. The truth was that's not what we voted for, right? But there is stuff we did. And in general, what we should all support as a society is the truth. And we should all be real about things and not for political points. And that's right, left, anybody trying to control your spectrum of thought, I reject. Don't let anybody control you. Just remember, guys, your spectrum of thought. Kamala Harris, Donald Trump. What fucking choice are you telling me you had? You had a spectrum. You didn't have a choice. So do you see? Widen your spectrum. You will be free. Don't let anybody control you. That is my message of the day. Thank you for shopping at the Stock Market Live. Go save 10% for yourself so you could rely less on people and use these evil tools to at least set you up with a little bit of savings so that you don't have to answer them. Hey, man, I hope so. Rejoice, please. That's what I've said, man. Don't practice the bad things. So don't even tell me it's a shit week. I say that for you. Because, you gotta practice it. Practice good. Don't be afraid of hope. Who cares if they let us down? I don't care. I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be hopeful. Who cares? What's gonna happen? I'm gonna get let down? Oh, no. It's happened before. That's why we're scared of hope today. But, brother, we will remain hopeful. Why is BB misquoting the Bible? Why do you think I care about him? Why do you want me to talk about it, brother? So, I've made my jokes. I've made my jokes, but in the spirit of not being controlled in spectrum of thought, here you go bringing in the spectrum of Israel and Palestine. I don't want to hear it. I've told you from day one, I don't support any murder. You guys remember that? You remember that? Oh, Russia, Ukraine, I don't support it. I don't like death. If you're going to kill anything, it should be a mindset and rebirth it. Oh, the spirit. But yeah, I don't like that spectrum. Do you guys see it? We keep talking about issues with two topics. We're not talking about anything. You're giving me spectrums and telling me to make a choice that's been manipulated from the start. What the fuck? You want me, and then if I say the right thing, I say the wrong thing, you're going to attack me, or you're going to attack someone I know, or then you're going to feel attacked if I'm correct. So what the fuck? We're not having a choice. What's the choice? What's the conversation? Why do you want to talk about it? You don't hate misquoting the Bible. You would have said something sooner. You would have made the joke right when it happened like I did. Do you see? Don't bring that spectrum in here. I want the spectrum broken and wide open and freedom. Anything else, I reject the chains. So yeah, I don't get it. Don't bring me these two choice scenarios, two choice topics, people who represent one choice or the other. It's just all a spectrum. Free the spectrum. There is a choice. The choice is to widen your spectrum. I just exercised it right in front of you. You don't think that's cool? I think it is. I just showed you right there. He said, tell me about Israel, Palestine. Tell me about more. Tell me about the Christians. That's why people tried that recently. Tell me more. But I'm not engaging in two-sided spectrum, Kamala or Trump. Look at what happened last time, right? Everyone got mad. Why? Because it was a spectrum. It wasn't a real choice. I choose to break the spectrum and get a lantern. Woo! All right, the real estate stocks came back up. Premiums are still, but I think it needs to go high. Otherwise, I like the biotechs. I think you should wrap it up though. Power hour begins, but I don't know. Today is barely up though. We actually are moving now. I'm just afraid of one of these. I'm not afraid of it. I just know that we're gonna have to spend another hour. The death of Charlie really affected you? I mean this in love, brother, but I don't believe you. You know, we just had that whole conversation, and then you bring up another one of these topics. So, I just think you're a liar. So, and if it does affect you, you've had time to process it. And I hope you have made a choice already and move forward. As a lot of people have. And it should make a good decision, but no, we're not doing this. I'm telling you guys, once you guys spot it, it's really easy. And then usually if you command, no, I'm not doing it, a couple people will test you, but it goes away. Free yourselves. Praise the Lord. I don't know if I lowered the mic. I'm just whispering sweet nothings into your ear. It could be my neck. I'm telling you, bro, my neck has been freed. I don't know how to describe it, bro. I'm like looking up and down right now. It's so nuts. You have no idea, bro. It's actually crazy. But yeah, I don't know if that could affect my voice. Like I told you, I think the hernia affected my voice, and then the younger I sound, the cheaper the price. So, price is going up, man. Yeah, Nike, you got to decide. That's after the bell. I could get you the preview, but I'm more worried about the middle. That's it. So I think it does have potential to like really boom or bust, depending on earnings. I mean, they were kind of front and center with the whole tariff debate, and you know, think about where they've been at. They've also had a new CEO, recovery story, all that. And then people got hyped on them last time. Remember, last earnings, it went up a lot because they were like, yeah, I didn't think the earnings were that good, to be honest. But everyone was like, the turnaround story. So, yeah. Okay. As a BDX. Here is a Nike. It's the Nike logo. 1-to-1 scale. So yeah, they're expecting 10.99. Still a 5.2% decline. I just look at guidance, 11.9. And then 49 EPS. They're pricing in 8.4. Last time they moved 15. So this is what I'm worried about. I'm worried about 7%, mother effer. That's it. It's pricing in 7 or 8%. It's pricing in a little bit more, but it just usually wouldn't move a lot. So doesn't mean it can't. I think they're at a very pivotal juncture. But yeah, Target. What's up with Target? This beat is my recital. The long term's very vital. To buy a stock that's right on time. Is long term to rock out, right to say that 10 to say that 10 is chicken. I like your background music. Man, I like you, bro. Unless you start pumping fucking Solana, then I'm gonna kick you in the knee. But that's a good first message, man. That's a really good welcome. And yeah, Target's ripping right now. You can play it till the late people start posting it, because then they'll trigger the other algo. It's tricky. Which one is that? Yeah, the spreads are already at double. I don't know why. Yeah, low key near the money is gonna do better for you. I don't know what it is. Yeah, but Target, they just did a little bit. And then there was an Intel headline too about a delayed Ohio plant. Possible PE takeover speculation. Like I said, the premiums are kind of shit, dude. That's the only part that sucks. Yeah. But if that rumor gets legs, if it hits 3, and then like I saying, it's not actively circulating yet, but once it does, you're going to be late. You're early right now. Yeah. It's, again, the premiums are already 50% wide, but you could work your way in there if you really insist on it, but you got a little bit more. You guys heard me, right? Like that's a. I think you got a speculation on Target. Yeah, I got it hitting now. I got it on another wire. Oh, what the fuck? This is weird. This isn't even Bloomberg, so I don't even know if Bloomberg has this one yet. All right. It's tricky to rock around to rock. And you're on a delay too, you guys. Damn, those Eli Lillies. The other ones hit. Damn. If you got close to the money, those are very, very good. All right, the plays are already up 70. Yeah, it's not on Bloomberg yet. I don't have a source. I have it. Oh. It's a really obscure source. It's legit, but it's not. This isn't your typical route. Like I said, once it hits certain ways, you'll know when it's late. But you're still kind of early. I said that even 30 seconds ago. I'm surprised. It's still, but it is official. Trading higher. Fox Business. There it is. Fox Business, motherfucking Republicans. That's who it is. That's what I was like, it's so weird. Why is it? It's not hitting Bloomberg, but it hit on these other ones. And I'm like, it's legit. But yeah, Fox Business. That's the source. So see, Bloomberg probably isn't gonna report it until they get a scoop on it. So if it's only Fox Business, it might not even get a pump unless it's like true. Tricky to rock around, that's right on time, it's tricky. Mm. 2020, baby. Well, it's good to be back. Shame. Oh, yeah, this is some end of the month fuckery, too. You're right. Now, that could factor into it. But yeah, you got a little one. The premiums are up 30 to 50. It just all depends closer or further. But there's a fat spread on them. That's the only thing I don't like about Target. They're actually all a very, very fat spread. Unfortunately. Dude, in the biotechs, I'm a big fan. September is very positive. This is last year was positive too, but last year was positive. The other 4 or 5 years were red, and then yeah, it's like 3 or 4% or something. It was actually really good. Oh, did they take away those already? Yep. Docu, I don't know what happened. It dropped a lot, but I did not see a headline. Spirit proposed deal resolves all claims. Expects to announce agreement with additional lessors, including liquidity and fleet rationalization. Senate Schumer, House Speaker, ensured a shutdown by sending members home. Nice. So they sent everybody home on the Democrat side to guarantee the shutdown tomorrow. Woo! That's kind of funny because usually they like pull it out of their ass at the last second. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Oh, my shitload. You missed the Pfizer Trump one. Yeah, we had several plays on the biotechs. So they did very, very well. But that was just early. Now it's... You might get some more tomorrow. We'll see how they, like, gap and crap. But other than that, it's been, yeah, it's a little late for that. But we are going to hear a little bit more. CBIO. right. VRT and Target. I'm seeing the Targets. Hasn't hit Bloomberg or anywhere yet. Yeah, like I said, I don't think you're going to get the secondary pump until someone confirms that. They closed the national parks. Do you visit them? I've just never been to a national park, I think, not since like a field trip. But I want to go to Yosemite. You guys ever been to Yosemite? I've heard of Yosemite. I think Yosemite has some cool stuff. Uami, wasn't that one of the... Oh, that one got murked a little bit. 20 cents down? 2%. It's... Okay, that was a glitch candle. You do no trips planned, though? I want to go to Yosemite. Dude, Yosemite goes hard. Hawaii's not a national park. It's a volcano. Wait, no, it's a country. No, it's a state. No, it's a region. No, Yosemite. Joshua Tree is a national park? I thought it was a rehab center. You guys, I'm fucking with all of you. Don't give me more ammo. Do not give me more ammo. You guys are like, I'm not gonna go to Yosemite this weekend. Relax. It'll be fine. Yeah, Yosemite is dope. Dog, you know how Maz... Watch. Let me write it down. But like, have you been? I'm gonna tell you. Someone's gonna tell me. I know it. But you guys, have you ever heard of Yosemite? Like, have you ever heard about what they do at the Yosemite National Park? Like, have you heard about the trips? They do like these crazy trips out to Yosemite. Let me see if I can find it. Where is it? Oh, don't they have the trees in Yosemite? I'm pretty sure don't they have the redwood trees in the Yosemite forest? That's Sequoia National Park? That's in Yosemite? That's crazy. FRPT, it's 120 highs. That's Yellowstone, not Yosemite. Are you sure? That's crazy, though. I didn't know that so Sequoia's in the Yosemite? That's so weird. Yeah, some people like Joshua Tree. Joshua Tree. I wanted to go the other day, but we weren't down. I mean, it might be cool to meditate there. I don't have crackhead repellent, but, we'll be fine. I don't know if that or Yosemite's nicer. I know where Joshua Tree is. I don't know where Yosemite is. Isn't Yosemite in California? I'm surprised. I thought more of you guys went there. It's in Cali. I think. I'm not too geographically. I don't know my national parks. I know Yellowstone. I know Yosemite. Yeah, it's in Yosemite National Park, California. Tulum, Mariposa, Madera counties, Mariposa County. The first humans of Yosemite called themselves the Awanichi, meaning dwellers. No way. You did the big 5? Nice. I don't think I've been to like any of them. That's why, except for when I was little. Or, I don't know, is Palomar Mountain? Is that a national park? But yeah, I've always wanted to go to Yosemite. And then, I don't know if I should ruin it for you guys, but the point of Joshua Tree is to do meth. But I'm sorry. The Joshua Tree jokes are easy because if you've actually been there, what I'm talking about is very accurate. That's why you may not understand how funny this really is. But other than that, you guys know that I know how to say Yosemite. You guys know that, right? So I wrote it down. I just wanted to see how many of you were going to take the time. And just like if I repeat the wrong thing, do you not get it? Stop. Spectrum, dog. Spectrum. I got you. I got a lot of y'all. Some of you figured it out. Some of you figured it out way too early, which I'm proud of you. And then those of you who didn't figure out that I know Yosemite and Yosemite, you took the bait, brother. You all took the bait. Imagine what else you're doing. That's amazing. Be careful out there. I know. I could have kept, about if I kept it up for 30 minutes, they would have bought memberships to tell me. You understand that? If I do it, if I wanted to take that thing to the longest, I could have made money off of it. You understand? Y'all don't get it. This is crazy. That was. Shout out to Yosemite. You're like, it's wrong. It's aluminium. That's funny, bro, because you turned on Bloomberg. They're like, aluminium. Hey, aluminium, Mark. It's aluminum. It's aluminum. Aluminium. Yosemite. It's Kamala, Qatar. Oh, shut up, Habibi. No, you don't even know how to say the name. What are you talking about? You want to drink beer in our country? That's how I feel about you. What do you mean? You no respect, you American. What the fuck? Aluminium. Stroking out? I don't think so. You guys, I'm gonna pray for you tonight. Yo, which one of you fucking bought 2,000 of those contracts? Uh-oh. So they got the news late, and now they're fucking slamming it, bro. Yeah, so like I was telling you guys early today, the influence is far-reaching. I think it just hit on target because someone just bought thousands of my plays without me telling any of you. I gave them a hint, but then they bought the wrong one. And then 10 minutes later, they got the right one in quantity. So, yeah. The view from the tower has to be incredible. It is, but I only look up. That's a Philo right there, brother. That's a Philo right there. Don't look down. Just look up. I promise you. I don't know where you are right now, but just look up. Never look down. Never. Never. They don't feel me, though. You see what I'm saying? That's why. If you think I'm looking down at you, I promise you I'm not. Look up, brother. Everybody. Always. Oh, praise the Lord. Redwoods and Niagara on the bucket list. I feel you, bro. One of these days, I'm gonna go to Yosemite. So I look forward to it. Yeah, bro. I pray, man. I pray you guys have fun. Okay? One of these days, I pray you have as much fun as there is to have in this world. Because you are blessed with life, brother. Don't you? You know that? Even if you get to live life for a little bit, you're blessed with it. Do you know that? If you could just live, bro. Truly live. In true freedom. And thought and everything, bro. Oh, man. It'll be good. Joke's on you, I'm a masochist? Okay. So did that one feel good? I guess we'll find out. Lord. See, it's a devilish game, bro. Why do you even know what that is? At that moment, he knows. He knew. Okay. They just bought another 1,000 of them. Lord forgive him. He got some dark forces in them. But he also got a righteous cause for sinning. They gonna murder me, so I gotta murder them. First emergency. Cops performing the seizures. Yeah, bro, it hasn't hit any other news wire. That's so funny. So I'm glad I have all of them. See, that's the problem with all you fucking liberals. They're even missing out on certain news wires because it's too Republican. Because I would have missed that, but my wire shows me everything. That's why when I check it individually, I could that's why I had it. But I was like, the source is weird, and then you saw me double check it, and then I found it. But yeah, and then the Twitter guys haven't hit it yet. So everyone's still behind, and they all went. So, but they're not reporting it yet. Procedures. They got confirmation and then they went hard. They did. But 400% higher. So comes with the territory. That's why it's still holding up pretty well. That's why I'm like, thanks. But I like it. I think I kept it smaller, but I'm not going to buy 2,000 of them. But we'll see where it leads us. What time is it, too? We got 30 minutes. They are, bro. They're all lying. Hear ye, hear ye. It is. Equal opportunity employer, sir. Equal opportunity employer. Get it while it's hot. Dude, did I tell, dude? Do you guys know yesterday, bro? Yesterday, man, I cursed myself, bro. You know that? Remember I told you I was like, I gotta take a dump on the watch list? And I did, but and that's like, all right, dude, I said violent dump on the watch list. I cursed myself, bro. I don't like the meal prep, man. I was day number 1, bro. This shit's been rough, man. Last 24 hours. That's it. I was pooping everywhere. I feel malnourished. I don't know. I forgot how I did this. I look forward to day number 2. Yeah, gold is. Target. I mean, even then, if they're talking PE rumors, I mean, this might be your guys' last call. I mean, you know, you could speed up your timeline if you wanted it or not, but if you wake up tomorrow and that news is confirmed, it's going to be up 10%. So, speak now or forever hold your peace, brother. And then, okay, somebody bought another 1,000, but they bought the wrong one. So if you bought another 1,000, I'm sorry. Because I remember, go back to what I said. I'm not even fucking with you guys. Because remember I told you somebody bought the wrong one in the beginning? And then somebody just doubled down on the wrong one. That's a very different play. If you gotta look, you'll notice the subtlety. But yeah, don't do that. Just further out the money is not going to be as good at a certain price. That was you? Okay. You're not allowed to tell me. I don't want to know. You see? Because that's why I said equal opportunity employer. I just want to, you know, I'm giving you accurate, honest information. You know, I could live with myself. You could live with the info, and we'll be good to go. That's it. So don't tell me. I don't want to look at you after I eat the option chain. I can't look at my prey in the eyes. You know, because if you're Chad, you're good. If you work for them, you're prey. I told you this already. I pray about it every night. So I told you guys, man, this isn't. So good luck. You get one shot, you get a window. If you miss the window, you become them. Don't become them. The government shuts down tonight at midnight. Because it's the next day, October 1st. No budget, no spending in place. Everything gets frozen. GPCR. It is. That's why long term you put the odds truly in your favor. Because then now you make all these people throwing money at options and everything else. It literally it pumps your stock. You see what I'm saying? So like you're playing this little trading option game, bro. You're player versus player. You're PvP. That's what I'm saying. It's not always a good mix. And then, you know, you could be the right thing at the wrong time and get destroyed. I don't know why you haven't realized that yet. That's what I'm saying. It's you guys get a window. There's genuinely a window. We are usually ahead of everything. So you get a window when you're here. If that window closes, it's gone. That's it. Don't fret over it. We watch a window open up every day, Lord God willing. So, but yeah, that's why until you figure out the window, until you figure out how to let that work for you, and you know, you'll figure it out, and you will figure it out. I don't doubt it. But at the same time, that long term is going to pump everything, and all these traders, all of that, they are actually benefiting your long term. You know, you are getting part of that demand and liquidity comes from the gamblers. So that's why at the bare minimum, you should be having one growing. You should be having it grow on the side. I mean, again, think about it. You got a bunch of people just raising the long-term value. So again, we were just talking about this for the long term. So think about that. And even then, it could get in your way. If you positioned earlier, it helps you. But then if you're only going to make your decision up after it happens, then you're going to get a less optimal price. Oh, we didn't hit 666 on the SPY, did we? Or yeah, we're above 666 on the SPX. The high is 6699. Oh, we never hit 6700. IBIT, TSM. Amazon's red year today? No way. That's kind of wild. Labu. Yeah, crypto is a little bit more stable than stocks this morning, but stocks are kind of running now. I mean, look at the SPY. It's actually not the NASDAQ. No shit. Yeah, it's equal weight, bro. As weird as that may sound, equal weight kind of tore it up from the second half of the day, and then now, yeah, that's starting to drive some things up. You want me to wake you up when September ends? You have like 30 minutes, brother. This is the last trading day of September. In 30 minutes, it will be finalized. So, don't know what to tell you. Do you want me to wake you up now? The market doesn't care about a shutdown. That's why it's pointless. I mean, it could become important if it lasts for like a month, but generally market usually goes up during the shutdown. Oh, I have a play for you. Give me 20 more minutes. I'll give you a play if you want it, but it's related to the shutdown. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people brought up the shutdown today, and I listened. Nobody told you what to fucking do. That's the funniest part. They all told you about, oh my god, do you think it's a shutdown? What gonna happen? Do you get the data? So no one told you about what to do. So we'll talk about that a little bit. I'm gonna give it to you with 5 to 10 minutes left. So yeah, that way you decide beforehand. If you weren't already thinking about it, I'm not gonna let you impulsively grab one. So it's getting good though. I like sharing the plays like this. This has been ways I could get you some opportunity during the bell, and then at the same time not get harassed and open up exposure to learn and confirm. Because if I could give you stuff, it could confirm your ideas if you were already thinking accurately. Ta-da! The maternity paternity leave data? I have not. Would it be bonds or gold? Find out on the next episode in 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I want to see Pelosi from yesterday. Apparently she was like cussing everybody out. And then Gavin started calling JD a dipshit. Because when fucking Trump would cuss, they were like, oh my gosh. And then they saw the polling numbers. They're like, Americans love this. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Where is it? Ow, my neck is tightening up again. Hold on, I gotta look up. Bro, it's crazy. I don't know if I put the meta glasses on. I don't know how I could show you neck stretches without showing my face. I gotta find you guys the clips of them. But nah, you might need to try this. Intel 333 down 333. It's a sign. It is. I think you've been looking at stocks too much today. I would take a break, turn off the computer, stop looking at anything with numbers, and just, I don't know, man, just stare off into the abyss for a little bit and just peace and silence. Don't be afraid of the silence. It's a good thing. Yeah, it is a scalene stretch, brother. You're right. That's what it is. I remember it from back in the day. But yeah, one where you like look back and like up to the right while holding your chest, I think that's scalene, right? I do. I gotta get the legal masks and gotta show you. Yeah, go hunt for houses. Fuck yeah. Now we're talking. No, now we're talking. Oh, I get the ball today. I was about to yawn, and then I thought ball is life. I get the ball today. Because I was like, man, the gym. Let's see. SPG. REITs and IWM, man. Not been a good time since the rate cuts. It's a little bit more stable, but once again, 2 weeks later, typical things have not been typical. Oh, I do need to pump up the ball. I recruited yesterday. I was shooting around, and then this guy, he wanted to play. We played a little. He was old. He was New York, bro. Like an old New York dude. I love it when old New York dudes move to Cali. They stand out so much, bro. I love it. Because they're just so normal. I don't know how to describe it. They'll talk to you. They'll smile. We have a full-on conversation. But yeah, I recruited him for today. I hope he makes it. He was telling me, he said he was a big dude, but he did have handles. He's saying he couldn't shoot unless he gets the rhythm. We were talking about it. He told me about the surgeries. I was like, yeah, man, you gotta pull up with the old guy court, man. I'll see you there. He was down. That's it. It's a very nice possibility. I tell you, the last time we had homeboy straight out of jail. You know that? Homeboy had tattoos on his eyelids. He was the homie. He balled, but then he was so out of shape. I told him, I gave him the pep talk. I was like, listen, bro, I couldn't play one game a couple months ago. Ball is life, brother. I said, you gotta go 2 times a week, man. You'll be there. Give it a little bit. But yeah, it's fun, bro. I'm trying to make me an old man league. I might make the old man Lakers, bro. I'd be down to play at Rucker if I ever go. Next time I go to New York. I haven't been to New York in a long time. Ball on the high. Actually, a lot of things are on the high. Even though it feels like this, right? Every time the high ticker gasses, everything just stops on the index level. Oh, you got the Nancy clip? Let's see. I don't see it. I don't see it on Twitter. Where is it? Does my Twitter not work? Or did you tag me in it earlier? I don't see it. I'll just look. Nonsense.
Thank you, Congressman Gomez, for putting this letter together and bringing us together this morning.
Is this it?
I listened in traffic. Mind you, for what they had planned for the weekend, they had blocked off a whole lane of traffic. So
dude, I love hearing her. Dude, I get sloshed just listening to her.
Here.
You guys know that? I don't ever have to drink a sip of alcohol, bro. I could get buzzed by just listening to Nancy.
I could hear by my staff's phone.
You don't get it? You telling me you don't feel it, bro?
Myself with the remarks. Here's the thing. The president has said he couldn't.
It's just a slight buzz. I'm not hammered, but I feel a little bubbly. I'm in a better mood.
The president has said, I don't know if I have to obey the Constitution. I hope the president would read Article 10 of the Constitution, and I urge all of you to do that as well, because Section 12046 of Article 10 says...
I don't think this... Yeah, give me the good one, bro.
Ridiculous. The president has said, I hear what they're saying. It's all unserious and ridiculous. In fact, I've listened to their shit, and I tell them to go f themselves.
Yeah!
So that's the...
that's so fake,
I can't believe I...
Yeah, that's fake. Like, look, it's not like...
hear what they're saying. It's all unserious and
that was like a
ridiculous.
scripted go fuck yourself.
In fact, I've listened to
As somebody who says that a lot, you hear it naturally.
and I tell them to go f themselves. So
and then I
that's
tell them to go fuck themselves.
I can't believe I use that word.
Yeah, I know.
My kids will be shocked. My grandchildren will be further shocked. I'm just quoting the
Your
president
kids are
of the
grown,
United
lady. They're
States.
not children. They're fucking
so,
adults and ruining this country.
I think the leverage springs not
Civvy.
from any shared values with him. If that's what he thinks healthcare is about.
C-I-V-I.
Yourself. The president has said, I
That
hear
has
what
to be a
they're saying.
buyout, right?
It's all unserious.
I don't know if it has
and
options. Oh, they're
ridiculous.
all 420, bro.
In fact, I've listened to their shit, and I tell them to go f themselves. So that's the... I can't believe I use that word.
See, there has to be a buyout, bro.
My grandchildren will be further shocked.
There's
I'm
only
just quoting
one
the
play on there. It's
president
kind of
the
shitty.
United States. And so I
This is
think
a
the
buyout?
leverage springs not from any shared values with him, if that's what he thinks healthcare is about. And yourself.
Oh, it just keeps repeating. That's why. But yeah, my bad. Civvy. Okay, 6% already came down. I would say there's one option. I faded it. It didn't look good. But if that goes, good luck. That was 6% and then came down. That thing hasn't moved in a minute. Yeah, there's no headline. Dud. Again, depending on where it hits right away, you'll know. But yeah, that one's not going to be it. Like I said, the target one, I told you guys, that didn't hit. And then look at, you actually had freedom on the chain. Well, that was just big enough for the 6% trigger. There's only one option on there. I don't know if it's still there. And then the targets are fucking hilarious. Oh, they're exploring sale. Okay. Yeah, there's only one. They're already up double. Not too much demand, though. Oh, there's another one for 20. That's your cheapest one. Oh. Go yourself. Yurdle. Baby, come back. You can blame it all long term. Those Eli Lilies went crazy. Cause they, I love Eli Lilly, bro. If you get Eli Lilly on a fucking moving day, bro, those hit very big. I think Eli Lilly is oddly one of my favorite stocks this year to trade. And now I'm probably not going to, now that I said that out loud. Fuck. I shouldn't have told you that out loud. You guys are gonna turn into crackheads. Well, I'm already in it from earlier, so. But those options, I have only played it like 3 times this year, but every time has been juice. But when you catch one of these God candles, you catch a big green on Eli Lilly, bro, the little ones are shit. But if you get one on like the big candles, bro, it's phenomenal. Mm-hmm. And then you got Merc. Baby long term. Permian and Savitas. All right, that's oh no, that's not final 5. I swear it was. That's 15 minutes, but you're moving Couple names pop in. High ticker just got set off for some reason, and the index is going with it. The Eastern, my brother. I live on East Coast time. That's it. My clock, my internal clock is on East Coast. I just live by the beach. I'm living on East Coast time for the last like 10 years, bro. So don't you guys, I encourage you, if you are doing anything finance related, just switch to Eastern time and call it a day. Your local time does not matter, but everything is Eastern. If you do that, you'll be good. And then you'll be like, holy shit, I'm 3 hours early. That's what happens to me. I'm only going to leave if Gavin kicks me out. That's it. With oppressive fascist laws. That's all. I'm going to try to keep my properties there. But or I'm just going to stop YouTube. Call it a day. And go back to the private sector. Or I could become a missionary. Or I could become a politician and take out Gavin. In the office, like becoming a politician. That didn't sound good. So yeah. I'm sorry, Gavin. I love you, but I'm going to become governor if you keep fucking this thing up. Not really. I'd rather be president. But if I become president, that means the society has failed. So. You would be missed? Well, listen, man. Assuming this invitation is only for those of you who are brothers and truly and good in soul, and only the Lord knows. But you're welcome to come over. So the door is always open. That's it. I might have to like metal detector you and like background check, and I'll hold a gun the whole time, but still, you're welcome. As long as you don't take me having a firearm for my safety personal, then you're more than welcome. He's like, that's not a bad deal. It's not a bad deal. Hey, yo, Oxy. Berkshire near deal for Oxy unit. Boom. You got it early. I'm on a delay too, so whatever comes next is behind. Once it's a Wall Street Journal one. It's gonna circulate quicker. Oxy. Buffett is gonna buy a unit. Not the company. Just the unit. Value OxyChem at $10 billion. This might be priced in too. I remember OxyChem. We heard about that not too long ago. Yeah, I think that's honestly a dud. But that's coming out now. Exclusive Wall Street Journal. You're a little early. It hasn't hit, but Wall Street Journal is gonna hit. And then that's 10-minute rigged. Yeah, right? Isn't OxyChem old? I think some of it's priced in. I remember we just heard about that. I'm not playing. I faded that. I'm not touching it. Oxy. OXY. Yeah. A unit of Oxy. So Oxy does like oil, and then they have a chemical unit. So they're going to sell off a portion of their company. Like, who has multiple companies? That'd be like Walmart selling Sam's Club, right? There's Walmart, and then Walmart also owns Sam's Club. So if Walmart sold off Sam's Club, that would be selling off a unit. Or if they sold off General, what's that Good Value brand or something? Yeah, or if like 3M sold off Post-its, or if 3M sold off their air filters to a separate company, but then kept everything else, right? That's what it means to sell a unit. MO, you guys know Altria, the same company. Wow, that was a weird print. the same company that makes cigarettes today, you guys know they used to make your cheese? And a lot of people don't know this. So the same company early in America that was making like food and cheese was also making cigarettes. That company is called Altria, the one that we bought 50% ago at 9% dividend. Great American company. But yeah, Altria used to own everything. Or no, was it Phil? No, yeah, it was Philip Morris. And then Philip Morris became Altria, and then, yeah, it's a long story. It was all owned by cigarettes. It's a great, great story. Know your history. They had other shit. I think they had milk. I think they had a lot of stuff. They were doing everything. And they're like, this company is too big. We have to break it up. That was Google before Google. Whoever controlled the cheese and cigarettes, you were fucking, that's it, bro. You were fucking the cloud. You were AI of your generation. You're like, I got cheese and cigarettes. Who wants some? Monopoly. Yeah, it was all the same company. I think it was all Nabisco and another brand. And then Kraft, I'm pretty sure. Kraft was owned by Philip Morris and Altria. And then Philip Morris was Altria, and then they had to split up. And they fucking threw Philip Morris overseas. But it's all the same shit. Alright, that's 10-minute rigged. Rapparoony, Chattatoony. Rapparoony. A cheese-flavored cigarette. That sounds disgusting and innovative at the same time. So, I don't know, man. The market is waiting for you. Steel Dynamics, I don't know. Gold into the high. Wow, what a 10-minute rigged. SPY doing better than NASDAQ. Equal weight was the driver home towards the end of the day here. Yeah, LAC came up a little bit. Kind of surprising. We haven't heard shit there. Not as much. And then Intel, we haven't heard anything too. It's already Tuesday. Then nothing on China. Where does the Baozan? FCX has another like commodity play running up. All right, man. We'll wrap it up. If you're going to play Nike after the bell, I already gave you guys the preview. My worry, I think if it doesn't do something neutral, I think you'll get like 1.5, 2 standard deviations up or down. So I think there's opportunity both ways. I just am worried if it stays in the middle. So if it gets at 8%, everyone's going to get wiped. That's a 7 on the table, brothers. So we'll see. But make your decision. It's pricing in about 8%. I think you're looking for like 11.9 billion in revenue on guide. And yeah, and recovery story. Okay. DHR. I mean, 5 more minutes. That's it. It's doing way better, bro. This is so crazy for an end of the month. End of September was a fucking bull, dude. So, again, this is your worst month usually, historically. And you did good once again. You shook off August. You shook off September. So, yeah. Honestly, some names, the IV went down into the high. It all depends on what it was. Nike, it went up. So, yeah. If you got that, you're good. But don't tell us, brother. You're not supposed to tell us. Again, I wanted to give you guys information. I don't want you guys to muddy the waters telling people what you did. I hope you see why. I just gave you the preview. I gave you what was priced in. I told you what I honestly think. And the best part is, all my play, I only have old January plays from like 3 earnings ago. I'm not even biased on this. So, like, I have it in the long term. But like I'm saying, I think if you beat that story, you have 1.5, 2 standard deviation potential. But if it's anything in the middle, that's a 7 on the table. Everyone's going to get wiped. So do whatever you want. Please don't tell the chat. I don't want influence to run amok. But that is information. And again, here is the preview. So here are just I gave you some of my opinion, which isn't matched up with bias because of how I'm playing it, aka not playing it. And then you also have the objective info of guidance estimates and all of that. So use it. Don't tell anybody what you did. And maybe after the bell you can. But at this point here, I think you guys should decide what you want to do with it. And then again, you understand what long-term provides. And even the long-term opportunity, whether this does good or bad. If it does good, you're probably not going to buy it for the long term. If it goes up, if it goes down, I mean, you don't have a play, maybe that's another area you can focus on. So, ta-da! Yalla! Tell me why he ain't nothing but a long trade. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I sold my long term today. Tell me why. Charter on the low. I don't know if these are final 5 moves or not. But yeah, man. Rapparooney. Chatted. What about Target, man? Target's closing into the high. Oh, shit. The end of the day play. Gold. Gold to the downside. Gold to the downside is the contrarian play. Or if it gets really bad, depending on the dynamics, gold. Gold to the upside. But I'm thinking downside because it's already front ran a lot. But pretty much gold is the one that usually moves the most during a government shutdown. That's the play you want. Obviously, people might put you towards bonds, and that could have some impact, but bonds will only get worse if it's long-standing, and then gold will benefit if it's a really extended shutdown because everyone's going to panic. But in the meantime, if it's already front-ran, I could see gold even coming down a little bit, or given that it's already one of the best performers, it might still find a way to do good. But the idea, the objective is that gold is going to be the one that usually gets a lot of the attention during the shutdown. So I'm surprised we didn't hear about that more on the TV today, but now you heard about it, but might be a little too late. Thank you for the reminder, bro. I almost forgot. So you could shout out Alex for that. Savitas said to explore. You already had that one. But Chad. Long term, I'd wrap it up, man. Again, I think Target, Pfizer, Eli Lilly, all the biotech plays, and then this little buyout play for tomorrow. Maybe we could get some China luck coming back and everything else. Other than that, you get a little bit of data tomorrow, not the most important, and you only have 1 minute. Go, 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 go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and gals, it's time to wrap it up. Bring it home. Finalize those plays. Are you playing Nike and Nikes? Are you playing earnings? Are you playing the morning? Are you playing the biotech? What are you doing, man? You got to make up that mind. You don't got to make it up early. You'll benefit. Trust me. Don't do it later. Stay focused and locked in, but you got to decide. You have less than 20 seconds. Wrap it up. We'll be at the middle of the week tomorrow and the beginning of a new month. It's the end of September, and you're almost like guaranteed a government shutdown. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding 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 ding. Horna. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and gals, we did it. We made it. 7 hours in the books. I need a good game, but I saw Nike do a pop and lock. I don't know if it came out already. But Chad, God bless you, baby. And good game, man. Thank you for not getting banned. Thank you for staying alive, showing love, being a beacon, getting a long term, and just, I don't know, man, spreading the love. Keeping the Chad nice, bro. Asking yourself why before you ask, but being there, that's because you either for us or against. So thank you, brother. I would love to be on your side. You know that? I would love to be on your team. I'm a really nice guy. You know that? I have a bigger heart than you. You may not understand that, but the whole point is I would love to be on your team, okay? And in the same respect, I have no problem squashing anything anymore. So let's get it, bro. Make your choice. And God bless you all. And thank you for upholding the rules and being a part of it. So as a result of today, I will be unbanning a lot of people tomorrow if you were banned and recorded. And follow the rules. Again, some of you have disappointed me gravely, because if you have sent me an email about getting unbanned, my brother, you just didn't follow rules. That's it. So, and please don't end it with I love you, because if you loved me and you cared a lot, I'm sure you would have listened at a moment that wasn't convenient to you, but at the moment that we offered to everybody. You see what I'm saying? So I know you guys have your own convenience, but we have a lot of people. So you guys got to just follow along. We unban at the end of the month. I mean, that might change after tomorrow. And you could send me your links if I miss it, but you have a 2-day window. If you miss that window and ask me, I just block your email afterwards, because that means you're not a window follower. I don't like people who miss the windows. It's bad luck too. I don't want that energy around me. I know, isn't that wild? Get it away from me. I don't want chronic window missing. That's a practice thing. So we got to practice the thing to the contrary. Everything is practice. And Nike is not out yet. So good game, Chad. Here, I might even give you a different one. I know, we need some Jesus. Give me my Jesus song as the ending. Ah! It just exited. Oh no. Woo!
Jesus. Praise God. Amen, amen. It's a cult, baby. Hey. Yeah. If we talking plays, yeah, I'm in there like swimwear. I've been there, I've done this shit for 10 years. You could have it all, but you been scared, big scare. Funny part, there wasn't even risk there. My thoughts been my own, yeah, I've been clear, no fear. Oh dear, who you try to control here? My God is the weapon, I ain't boasting. Nah, it's done. Daddy said it's finished, made me in his image, but that always made me timid. Wonder why we different, don't you ever get it twisted. It's the only way we get it, set apart from the start. And the heart isn't ours, it's a hippie with the love, but it's David with the sword. I want peace, so that means you gon' kill me if it's war. Nietzsche, Trotsky, can't beach on the ark. Want it easy or hard, want a genie or a god, then believe me, lil' bro, you a child, you a son of the highest in the bud. Don't deny it, we don't like it when they tell us who we are. I can tell you who I was, I can tell you who he is. I can make another song that's telling y'all about the crib, but for a second, keep it real, it's not the reason they will kill. It's the freedom in believing, they want death to bring the will. But I'd rather have it now, and I ain't never backing down. Lion gonna eat me or turn his ass around. Either way, I will remain up in his name and say it proud. Here, let's say it now. Jesus. I put Jesus on the beat so I can listen to it. I got reason to believe that we living in it. You could say it's one hell of a decision in it. Ay, if we talking plays, yeah, I'm in there like swimwear. I've been there, I've done this shit for 10 years. You could have it all, but you been scared, big scare. Funny part, there wasn't even risk there. My thoughts been my own, yeah, I've been clear, no fear. Oh dear, who you try to control here? My God is the weapon, I ain't boasting. Amen.
Harvest is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Laborers are few.
Comes out at 1:15, it says. I don't want to wait.
You didn't post to play. Why would I respect that? If you lose a tray, be careful of the get back. Too many girls I married them, they really thought I meant that. Married to the money, why can't y'all accept that? Bought Nike stock cause they asked me where to check at. Judge me how I talk, but I'm not the defendant. My will and my dog, feel like I am legend. They did me hella wrong, my life great, I forgive them. Look me in my eye, but can never see the vision. Don't ask me for a lot if you've never handled little. I ain't trying to talk, unless you know me since I'm little. That excludes a lot of y'all, so let's just keep it simple. Built my own prison walls, ignorance and blissful. Wear both sides, real life to the pixels. Pain subsides, sometimes kinda fickle. Lord's chicken in a prayer when I'm feeling in a pickle. I don't trust a hoe, cause that's too close to a sickle. If you ain't tryna roll, lil' bro, it's not an issue. Appreciate the honesty, it's more what I'm into. Lost too many homies cause the pride really kill you. Never trust a pretty smile, never trust a nice guy. Do it for a little while, you'll do it for a lifetime. That's why all the little things can turn into a problem. Talk about the issues, but they don't wanna solve. That's really presidential. Check the incidentals. You can tell I'm kinda sentimental. All these fundamentals that I left you on these instrumentals, it's not accidental. I just really think that some y'all special. Yeah, that's a pep talk. 10% the best start. If you ain't got the armor, then I hope you got the Kevlar. No, it's just a metaphor, but I'm talking forever, forever, forever. Sorry, Miss Jackson, corner that I'm back then. Ain't really reacting. Now I'm feeling flaccid. Shitting on the people that was laughing. Even with the Duolingo bird, you could never understand it. Reprimand him, you caught me red-handed. think that I've never been humbled? Stand tall doesn't mean I don't stumble. You could choose a statue, but all of them crumble. Maybe later, but now we can't get emotional. Grab the paper, I'm not here just to be sociable. Without the labor, it's not getting any closer, bro. Fuck the flavor, it just matter if it overflows. My creator, the maker, is non-negotiable. Knew I waver, but never would I be foldable. I got the favor, I do not need your promotional. I know you heard what it cost, it's all quotable. Damn.
Why are the laborers?
Yeah. Do you get it?
I got the favor. I do not need your promotional.
It's not because there's not enough people.
Stop it.
Medicine.
Because there's not enough
Using
people.
cutting-edge AI, we will empower scientists.
Some of y'all
and
too
researchers to
uncomfortable.
discover new treatments,
You know that?
cures, and prevention
You
strategies.
understand
AI
the
can
Lord
also
is
make
with you?
groundbreaking trials and
The
therapies,
Lord
and
favors
will
you, and you
just
need
be
no
so
man,
accessible to everybody,
no
families,
woman, no nothing
all
but you,
across the
brother. Do
country.
you know
So it's
that?
gonna be
This
amazing.
isn't
What's
me.
happening is
It's not
amazing.
just
We
me,
have
and this isn't
more
just for
AI. We're
Josh. It's
leading
in
in
all
AI.
of
We're
us.
leading China by
Do
a
you
lot.
understand?
We're leading everybody by a lot.
Some of you
creating
gotta
their own
believe.
energy. We let them build
The
their own
Lord
energy
is
plan.
with you. Why?
Because we don't
You
have the
can't even
energy. Nobody
believe.
does to
Are you scared of it?
feed them.
Oh.
The amount of energy just the AI needs coming into this country is double what we have right now. So we're letting them go out
You
and
have the favor,
create their
brother.
own
You don't
energy
need the
plants and their own
promotional.
electricity.
You have it
And they're
already.
doing it. We're giving them
Why are you
permits to build,
negotiating for what you
electric
already
plants.
have, brother?
They're becoming sort of a utility. Maybe they'll do better with being a
Here,
utility.
let me see. I'm gonna sell you
They'll do
your
better
bed
with
back to you
being a
now.
utility
I'm gonna
than
start.
they
Give
will
me your
be
shirt and let me
AI.
sell
What
it
do you
back
think
to
of
you.
the
What the
chances
fuck are you
of it?
talking
I
about?
hope I'm wrong about that, or they
It's
may
yours.
right? So anyway, but I want to just say that we're going to defeat childhood cancer once and for all, and I'd like to ask
deal with
Stephanie
Harvard
to
today?
say a few words. She's a very special person, and
Well, we get
very
Trump
much
until
involved
Nike.
in this.
Nike
Thank you
comes
very
out
much,
in
sir.
like 7 minutes.
My mother's making me step
That's
forward.
right. Your mother, she'll do that.
Well, Mr. President, thank you very much. You've already acknowledged this incredible team here, and all of these people standing behind me were inspired by the story of a little boy named Connor Mahalik. He was a little boy who didn't want to hug me because he gave choke-out hugs. He booed his favorite nurse when she came to give his chemo, and he always worried about his dad because his dad was Connor's best friend. Connor was a WWE fan who I met after one of our big events, the Royal Rumble. You could tell he was sick. He had a big scar that was running up the back of his neck and a lump on his head, but you would never know it from his personality. He told me about the t-shirt that he was wearing that was dragging on the ground because WWE superstar Sheamus, who's 6'5", had given it to him. Underneath that
I think it is
was
Triple
his
H.
Daniel Bryan
I think he's
t-shirt,
the
and
kid,
underneath
like,
that was
it's
his
this-
Skylanders t-shirt.
And I don't know,
because that
man.
was his favorite
You guys
toy.
realize, I'll tell
And
you
as
after.
I stood up from my
But,
aforementioned chokeout
you know,
hug,
shout out to
Connor's
all the
dad told
caretakers
me
out there.
that he didn't
And,
have
you know,
to
all
believe
those going through stuff, bro. And I
didn't
got
want to
prayers for
believe
all
that.
of you. And then,
I kissed him
and even then,
goodbye
bro.
on his soft little
These
cheek.
stories are
And
very
when he
common.
looked back
I
at
hope you
me,
know that.
I made an
And a lot of the
unspoken
people,
promise
like my
to fight
sister,
for
I
them
understand
and
why they
kids
get mad
just
and
like
bothered.
him.
That's why today was kind of a good
Shouldn't
thing
even
for
know what
healthcare,
cancer
but
is,
it's still really
let
fucked
alone
up.
have to face
Because if
it.
you work in
And
healthcare
this
and you have to watch
incredible
kids
team
die, and
believes
you have to
that
watch
too.
people suffer, and then you watch
This
people bring it all
executive
back to
order
money,
makes
you're going to get
kids with
radicalized
cancer
real
the
quick, brother.
first focus
So,
of
I don't know.
AI
These stories are
innovation
sad to
across
hear, but they're
healthcare
real.
in
And
the
I don't
world.
know, man. There's a lot of shit
If
that
there's
happens
one
every single
thing
day.
in the
So,
world
you know,
that could bring us
politics or
together,
not, I think we should
please
take a
let it
win
be our
if we could get
children.
any of them in
Because I can
healthcare.
almost guarantee
Fuck Albert Bourla
if your
still.
child was diagnosed
Thank
with
you
cancer,
for your attention
you
to this
wouldn't
matter.
care what party their doctor belonged to. You would just want the best. And President Trump is doing just that, enabling that every child with cancer gets the best care possible. And we couldn't be more grateful.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Great
sir.
job. Thank you very much. She's done that before, hasn't she? Great job. Bobby, please.
Today, President Trump signed an executive order that makes an historic promise. We will harness America's innovation in artificial intelligence to find cures for pediatric cancer.
It is, man. Good for
We
you.
stand here today because of
And
Stephanie
I don't know.
McMahon
A lot of people don't realize
never wavered
what
in
some
her
people see.
11-year commitment to give every
You know, I
child a
see certain
future free
things,
of
and
cancer.
I think some of you giving
She
care,
proves how one
you've
person's
probably
courage
seen
can
some of the
change what
worst
is
things of
possible.
humanity,
Cancer
like
is now
tragedy,
the leading cause of
especially when you
chronic
get into a
disease-related
hospital.
death in children.
And
And
I'm
its
not talking
incidence
about a
has
place
risen
to
by
heal
more than
people.
40%
I'm
since
talking about a business. when it's
We cannot
operated as a
accept
business.
That. We must act
Sucks.
with urgency. The MAHA strategy report released earlier this month directs HHS to focus on research that harnesses AI to uncover causes, identify risks early, and take action in childhood and young adulthood to prevent cancer. Now, this executive order directs the MAHA Commission, working with our nation's top science and technology leaders, to deploy AI to transform cancer care and research. We will accelerate progress in the Childhood Cancer Data Initiative that President Trump launched in 2019, and that means building stronger data systems.
Well, I mean,
using
for
AI to
cancer,
decode
because
complex
you guys got to think about Pfizer. Pfizer is one of the biggest cancer drug makers. That's why, remember when you guys would ask me why I bought Pfizer? And I told you it wasn't all about the vaccine. And I said they actually do stuff with cancer. So now they're going to be offering 50 to 90% off to the government for the same cost for Americans and American insurance. You know, think about the people on Medicaid and all that. So now they're not going to get pillaged, at least in one area. I think we could do better. And then it just shows what's possible. And then sadly, these are the same companies that we've given billions of dollars to just not too long ago. And they didn't give us anything except a mandate.
We will make electronic health records and claims data work for patients and researchers. We're already doing that, and always with parents in control of their child's health information. No family should have to fight cancer with outdated tools or without access to the very best
I think they're announcing something new here,
For
too.
too long, families have fought childhood cancer while our systems lag
Okay, about
behind.
1 minute, minute and a half till
Thank you for your
Nikes.
leadership in changing all that. This executive order is about action, unlocking cures, empowering families, and giving every child the chance to grow up healthy and strong. With American innovation and leadership, we can make our children healthy again.
Bobby, do they know why there's quite an increase that's taken place over the last number of years? Do they know why that? Do they have any idea why that's
We are
happening?
doing that research, and Jay Bhattacharya can talk about that. We're doing that research now for the first time.
And bro, at least I like RFK, bro. You know, think about it. 9 months in, and like at least the Maha shit has gotten something.
Our epidemic in our
You know?
children, and we're going to find the causes.
Because think about it, that could have all just been marketing. So I'll take it, bro. I'll take a W.
Jay, go ahead.
Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you, President Trump, for signing this historic.
Well, yeah, because
executive
remember,
order
he was going
directing the
against Trump.
administration to
He
use
pivoted.
advanced
He
artificial
flipped. He
intelligence
took a
technology
risk.
to
He got
cure
punished
childhood
for it.
cancer.
And
By
like he
signing
could have
this
just done it to
executive
get
order, the
power, get
administration is
position.
advancing the NIH
He could have
Childhood
bended the
Cancer
knee,
Data
but like,
Initiative,
and you know, I'm
coordinated
sure they all do
pediatric,
stuff we both
and young adult
know
rare
about
cancer.
and not and
First
approve
launched
and
under
not.
President
But
Trump's direction in
again,
2019.
this is something broadly
When I was a
think
young
is
medical
pretty
student
decent
in the 1990s, I had
overall,
the privilege of spending
and it is, you
a
know,
month
part
in
of
a
his
pediatric
mission and
cancer
what he was
ward,
saying.
treating children with cancer. And I have to say, it was the most difficult month of my life. I left for home every day in tears. Watching little children cope with a deadly disease is hard. They should be playing with their friends, going to school, living their best lives. But instead, they bravely face cancer. These are the bravest kids I've ever met. I have tremendous admiration for the scientists who devote their lives to finding cures for kids with cancer, for the doctors and nurses who take care of them, and for their parents who suffer alongside them, care for them, and love them.
All right, I have the
this
report.
Year, nearly 9,500 children will be diagnosed with cancer in the U.S.
All right. So Nike 10.9, revenue was 11.72. Woo! I don't have the guidance here, but they smashed it on the top end. EPS was 49 cents. I think that's a little. Oh wow, that's 27. Let me see if there's an adjusted number. If that's not adjusted, they killed it on EPS as well. I see 20. It doesn't say adjusted. It says 27. I see 49, but I don't know if it was their adjusted print. Net was 727 million. China was 1.51 billion. They killed it in China. America 5.02. They killed it by 10% in America versus decline of 5, bro. And then Middle East, Africa 3.3. Yeah, they killed it on every segment. Beautiful. Remember, they already went up a lot last time. I don't think their last report was that good, but people got hyped on it. So I don't know if that's going to backfire, but that was a good print. I don't see the guide. So, but that I think that's what's going to matter. Guide and phone call. It's amazing. The call will tell a lot, 100%. That was a good beat, though. I'm telling you, usually their shit is whack. There's a strong beat, dude. They beat... Even Bloomberg's fucking with them. The estimate was a lot lower. I have a lot lower average. People were sandbagging this shit. Even if you gave them a high estimate of 11 billion, they still smashed it. Again, gross margin 42.2. That was still better even after decline. So, yeah, and then they guided a little lower, but I do think you need guidance. Here, let me read through it, but I'll play Maha again. But generally, first read is a beat, top and bottom line, even beat on margin. You just need the guide, though. Guide and call still could change everything, for better or for worse.
Utilizing AI in the fight against cancer, and that this executive order is putting a priority to this action. Thank you for your commitment, Mr. President, to the United States for maintaining its global leadership in artificial intelligence across models, data sets, applications, and to
inventories or 8.1 bill.
Just that.
That's a
Your
lot.
Foresight in the first term, leading you to establish the
I have to go check the
CCPI
guide
to
number on
gather,
that, but that was a little
harness, and
inventory
share
is a little
data on
high.
Childhood cancers has positioned us today
Cash
to
was
leverage
very
AI
good.
in a way we could
8.6
never
bill.
imagined before. With America's pioneering
23
models,
years of
American
dividends.
researchers now have the best tools in the
Share
world
repurchase
to
of
turn the
123.
CCPI
$18 billion
data into the building
program
blocks of
approved June
life-changing
2022.
So
They
I and my team at
repurchased
OCP
12.
are thrilled to partner with our teams at HHS and NIH and with David to empower the development.
Yeah,
of
they're going to
gold
give
standard
guide on the call, or they
applications
may not
for
even
pediatric
have it.
cancer research and to play our very small part in trying to protect the health and happiness of America's children.
Thank you very much,
Mr. President.
I don't know how the...
Thank you, sir. Well, first of all, I just want to thank Stephanie McMahon and all of us for helping to bring us all together here.
Bro, they beat on everything. Everything you could think of. China,
very nice people.
top and bottom,
In real
everything.
life. And,
We just need that. If that guide is strong, bro, that's going to be straight.
And thank you, Mr. President, for your leadership on this.
Let me get
first
more
of all,
guide.
you did have the foresight to create this childhood cancer database way back in 2019, and that's what's going to power the AI. It's going to give us the data to find all the patterns in. The other thing you've done is you've made it your policy of this administration to support innovation, to support infrastructure, to support energy. And because of that, we have an AI boom going on right now. 3.8% growth rate in the last quarter in GDP, and a big part of that is because of the AI boom that you've unleashed. So thank you, sir, for doing
they
that.
killed
And
it,
I think
even
that
on the
we can
net,
see
bro.
today
Their
that
net
this
double.
AI boom's not just going to be
So
about
even net
dollars and cents,
income,
but about
cash
sustainable
is
lives
good,
as
bro.
well.
Yeah, net income. Do you
We're
see
gonna get
that?
some miraculous
It's fucking
cures out of
doubled.
this.
That was probably the highest net income since even the quarter prior, but
We
you
just had a
usually don't get
meeting,
that here in May.
Oz was at the meeting, and
Actually, you did in 2024.
dominant factor, along with
But that was
Bobby.
on a lot
Maybe
more
you can
sales,
just,
but
say a
these
couple
sales are
words
pretty
about
good.
Our past meeting, where we're going to be
That's your
lowering
highest
drug
sales all
prices by
year.
50,
So
100,
tariffs or not,
200, even 500%.
they weren't expecting to do 11.7 till
1,000%
for the next
fall.
12 months. So they
coming up
printed
next week, a big
11.7.
one,
That one
1,000%
wasn't even. Remember,
reduction
guide
in
is
price.
very, very low for
Do
Nike.
you
That's
wanna
why we
give
got
just
it so
a couple
cheap.
of words on that, Oz?
It's a historic day. For the first time, we've had the magnitude.
Yeah, but it was just a little bit. It was abnormal across the board. Just everything. Nike boom. I don't like the inventory. I'm trying to find the estimate on inventory right now because that was 8.1. I remember they were lowering inventory, but anytime that goes up, that's not necessarily a good sign.
Engage industry. They have agreed to several important concessions. First, we will have most favored nation drug pricing in this country for everyone on Medicaid. So our most vulnerable populations will not be forced to pay 3 times or more, 5, 6, 7 times more for the exact same pills in the same bottles as it costs in other countries.
Yeah, but all the analysts already flipped
manage their budgets and shows again a distinct.
So you're not even going to get like a massive. They just are going to pump it tomorrow morning. You're not going to get a massive flip flop. I like it. I think it's good.
Drugs to be released in this country to be priced.
You don't even have analysts who could bash it the same way. They already flipped.
95% of all pharmaceutical drugs in America.
All right, well that's solid. Wait till the call. Like I said, it's up 4 or 5. But remember what I was telling you. If that call doesn't have any juice, you guys, that's a 7.
Pfizer also
clear off the table
when they come to visit this same White House to onshore drugs to bring their production back into America, so American workers will benefit as well. But at the same time, this is critical. It allowed Pfizer, and we believe for other pharmaceutical companies, to maintain their innovative edge. We want America to continue to find cures like the ones that saved the lives of some of the children that I'm looking at right now. Those beautiful faces and smiles.
And then if you guys emailed to get unbanned, you're going to have to wait till tomorrow.
Not blunted
because
that we can solve that need.
I was just
and
telling
thread
you the
needle by
plan.
also
The
making
window is not
healthcare
open yet.
affordable, so Americans no longer,
But good.
including children like
You guys
this,
are getting it
be
though.
forced
I
to make
appreciate
a
that, but you
difficult
still missed
choice
the window
between
because it's
groceries
not
and
open.
pharmaceuticals.
But tomorrow,
must say,
October
Mr.
1st, I'll
this morning,
unban
just look at the
everybody,
stock market,
and
there's
then if
been
you're still
support
not on
of
that
this
list that I
decision,
banned,
made
then
by,
we'll go through the
CEO
next
of
step.
Pfizer. Their stock has benefited. So I think it's the
I
right
do
thing
want to
for the
hear about
company,
Nike and
for
Skims.
the,
Yes, I think that
for
did.
the
Again, they did
policies of
very
this
good.
administration, which is a pretty cool place to work. But most importantly, it's the right thing for the
I don't know. Is that EPS adjusted or not? Because that could have been a smash
Finish it
too.
off with Linda
I mean, net
because
income did
she's
double,
been
so
such an
it might be
incredible,
legit. It might have doubled
cabinet
EPS.
member and done such a good job. Maybe you want to say something about your unbelievable daughter and son-in-law, because they've worked very hard on this.
Well, thank you, Mr. President, for the opportunity to do that. I don't think that, any mother could be any more proud of all of the efforts that Stephanie's made in support also of Paul. Stephanie first talked about this 10 or 11 years ago after Lil Connor. And I remember one of the things that she said to me was, I really would like to somehow convene the people and the scientists who think outside of the box, because research is done in very standard terms. You do this, and yes, you have to do that.
I don't know. They
But
could.
She said, I really would like to.
Let me
tap
put it
into
this
some of the
way:
most
if Lulu
creative
doesn't
and
have a
inventive
good
minds
earnings,
in the
Lulu is
country
gonna get
to
fucked.
be able to look at research.
Because what do you mean?
For
A
pediatric
world
cancer.
where fucking
And she did
Nike
that.
is having
Took
its
her
best
about 10
revenue
years, and she kept tapping in
and
and
growing
calling people,
better
being
than we
pretty
thought,
relentless
and then
about it.
Lulu's getting worse.
Driven herself
That would
by a
fucking
mother's
attack
heart.
every
And I
narrative
couldn't
that
be any more
most
proud of
retail
what
had
she's
for the
done.
last
I'm
couple
happy
years.
to stand by
I mean, that's why
and,
Lulu's
be
been
a
underperforming,
supportive
but they all
mom
have.
and be very
Everyone
proud
thought
of
it was a Nike problem, but think about it.
Thank
Just
you
like
very
you saw
much,
with Philip Morris and
Okay,
MO,
any questions,
AMD, and Intel, because now if the guidance is solid and then that quarter was that good with more to come, and they're like, yeah, we're about to eat, and then Lulu's still fucking dropping the ball, it's not going to be good.
Why is it necessary to link more federal jobs cut to a shutdown?
Well, the Democrats want to shut it down, so when you shut it down, you have to do layoffs. So we'd be laying off a lot of people that are going to be very affected, and the Democrats, they're going to be Democrats. As you know, this country, no country can afford to pay for illegal immigration, health care for everybody that comes into the country, and that's what they're insisting. And obviously I have an obligation to not accept that. That would affect everybody. When I see what we're doing with AI and all the plants that are opening up in the country, $17 trillion is coming. And if you compare that to Biden had, in 4 years, less than $1 trillion. We have 17 trillion, more than that. I think it's going to be much more than that, David, by the end of this year. I think it's going to be far over that. It's a record. It's already a record in 8 months. It's a record by a lot. And so we're doing well as a country, so the last thing we want to do is shut it down. But a lot of good can come down from shutdowns. We can get rid of a lot of things that we didn't want, and they'd be Democrat things, but they want open borders. They want men playing in women's sports. They want transgender for everybody. They never stop. They don't learn. We won an election in a landslide. They just don't learn. So we have no choice. I have to do that for the country. Yes.
You mentioned a deal with Harvard, Mr. President. What is that deal? Will they be paying the administration?
Well, we're in the process of getting very close, and Linda's finishing up the final details, and they'd be paying about $500 million, and they'll be operating trade schools. They're going to be teaching people how to do AI and lots of other things, engines, lots of things. We need people in trade schools.
Dog, Harvard trade, they're doing it.
Particularly good students. But they could take a
motor
or an engine apart blindfolded and put it back blindfolded.
Dude,
but they weren't too good at
Harvard trade schools? Come on, that goes hard, bro.
The people that were.
I'm down with that.
So trade schools
I think that'd be really cool. Unless, but I don't know.
Have a lot of trade schools.
That'd be crazy if that still turned into like
tremendous plants opening, and we want to have
like a
people at top level for those plants.
I couldn't imagine.
Whether it's AI or whether it's automobile.
That sounds really cool.
We have many automobile companies open
Harvard.
They're all coming back for two reasons: tariffs, and I think they liked November 5th. They liked the person that was chosen, and they're moving in from Canada. They're moving in from Mexico. They're coming in from all over the world. China is coming. They're all coming, and that way they avoid paying tariffs. So they're coming for that reason. So by opening up trade school, because we're going to need employees, we're going to need people with skill. And I think I can say, Linda, you feel the same way. By opening up trade school, this would be a giant trade school, series of trade schools. It would be run by Harvard. Now, this is something that we're close to finalizing. We haven't done it yet. But they put up $500 million interest. And
I took $1 million loan to go to Harvard Mechanical School.
The trade school. And it's a big investment in trade school, done by very smart people. And then their sins are forgiven. So
talking all that shit, my contractor went to Harvard, son. What?
Thank you. I've been looking at this chart that you showed us earlier since we left the Oval Office earlier.
10 years from now, they're going to be like, I'm a Harvard grad, and I can't get a job. Why?
I'm young.
Because everybody graduated from Harvard.
How did we even get here? Being one of the biggest
Wait, what do you mean?
We got here by incompetent people sitting behind
you try to go get workers in front of the Home Depot, and you're like, I need a Stanford grad and a Harvard grad.
My first term.
Can you do floors?
We got the largest
Harvard
tax
only
cuts in history. We did all these things, and we had the best economy in the history of our country during my first term. And by the way, this is blowing it away based on what we're seeing. But we got it by having people allow that to happen. And as you know, I started the process, but then when COVID came, we focused on COVID, not on this. And I said, if I ever go back and do it again, I'm going to make this a primary thing, because other countries are paying a fraction of what we pay for the same exact drug, same exact pharmaceutical, everything. And I said, no, it's not right. And the drug companies actually came along. Don't forget, they make 30, 40, 50 million a year, these people. They're very smart. And they had a lot of people convinced that, that's the way it has to be.
Harvard floors? No, Harvard floors.
I said, well, why isn't Germany paying? Why aren't other countries paying? And they always had a good answer, but it got to a point where I didn't like the answer anymore, and I said, we have to do this, and we did it. The team that we have with Oz and Bobby and Chris and all of the people that we have working on it, and I must tell you, Marty's been a big, wherever you may be, Marty, but Marty's been a big factor. We have a great team. There's never been a medical team like this, and I said, let's go do it. And then I did, as I said, I would bug them every single day, every week. Because I said, we have to have, why should we be paying 10 times what another country's paying? And that was just an excuse, research and development. We do research and development. So now we're going to be paying whatever the lowest price is, we're going to be paying that price. So it's a great thing. But there won't be anything that can have the impact on Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, anything where you need pharmaceuticals, medicines. The numbers are going to come way down. Even Obamacare, which is terrible, it's not been good, as you know. It's a weak form of health care. But it'll be better because the medicine's going to come in at a very low price. Yes, please.
Yes, Mr. President. It seems like every time you assemble your MAHA team and your cabinet members behind here in regards to health issues, it just keeps getting powerful. When I look at these young kids there and the weight that is on the world right now that you can lift by what you're doing. I've often said, Trump could cure cancer and people would still criticize him. And it's true. What is your message to America that this potentially could bring us all together, get us on the same page and have unity? And I'd like to see if some of the kids or the parents have what it means to you to see President Trump get involved with this.
Well, we've made tremendous strides in cancer research, far more than anyone has done.
Have a good one, baby. It's almost Christmas. Welcome to October.
And childhood, they call it childhood cancer. It's a very specific thing, and we really made a lot of progress. I think something that's going to allow us to make a lot of progress is the money we're saving on pharmaceuticals. We'll be saving 500, 600, 1,000%. Nobody's ever heard of that. I told the story, you were here before, that when I was in the previous administration, my first term, I was so proud of myself because I'm the first president in 28 years that cut drug prices from beginning to end. So they went down, I think it was 1/8% or 1/4%, and I was so proud of that. I thought that was great. Now I'm cutting them 500%. And I will say this, politically speaking, the people understand. Otherwise, I wouldn't have won in a landslide. I get 97% bad press, and I won in a landslide, which tells you the press has no credibility. But I will say that what we've done has been a great tribute to the people that's standing behind me in different forms.
press
in
does at this
education,
point is
different-
rage bait
what
the
she's doing in
mentally
education,
unstable
she's
into murders.
Sending education
That's
back
what
to
I
the
gen-
states. That's a
honestly,
big
you guys
move.
not see it?
The states,
Have you ever seen
go
Gavin
back to
Newsom?
Indiana,
He's trying to rage
Iowa,
bait
like,
somebody
I
into
would say
fucking
40
killing
states will be great.
Stephen Miller.
45 will be,
So,
the
yeah,
5%
I think we
of
should
them
come
will
together
be
on
pretty
low
good,
drug
but-
prices.
And then you're going to have
But not
a
too low,
Gavin
because
Newsom
then
and
everybody
some
will
other
become
people that
addicted
aren't
again.
gonna do a good
That
job,
was the
but,
first
We'll
problem.
help them out. I want to help
Shout out
them
the Sackler family.
And we're going to have safe
What?
cities again. We're going to be very safe. We're going to be going to Chicago pretty soon because a friend of mine, a great guy, the head of the Union Pacific, he said, "Sir, you have to save Chicago. It's going bad. It's going bad fast, and it's a great city." He's right. It's a great city. I know it very well. And we have to save Chicago. So we're going to Memphis, Tennessee right now. We've had a home run in D.C. You can walk out. Brian, you got mugged here a long time ago.
Yes, sir.
And the mugger must have felt some pain because you're a tough cookie.
Well, he had a gun, and I wish I would have had Triple H with me as well.
If he had a gun, all you could do is say thank you very much. Yeah, no, but it's everybody
He
here.
would have
I
shot
mean,
both you and Triple H. Why
you
would
were
you?
here in
That
the room
went.
when I said to the
That's the
reporters,
problem.
who got mugged in the last year?
It's like, I wish I
half of
had
the
Triple
people
H
raised
with me.
their hand.
No,
Now,
I
if
wish
we
I
say
had
who
an
got
equally
mugged over the
equivalent
last
weapon or the Lord
60
as a
days,
hedge.
nobody.
Amen.
Nobody. No killing, no nothing. And the restaurants are booming. The town is
He said,
booming.
"Yes, sir.
It's clean.
You're the one who got your ass whooped? Was that you?"
Crap out
Yeah,
of the
yes, sir.
parks.
That was me.
The tents are knocked down. We had one that you said it was a blue tent, and you said it was a communist tent, right? See, we're going to have a communist mayor of New York, so, let's see how that works out.
And I've gotten a lot of feedback on that. Everyone's very appreciative of you removing that tent.
You told me about a blue tent, and I said, I can't be there because we knocked them down. But this was a very highly sophisticated group of people that had permits and all the other things. Well, their permit expired. We knocked it down. It took, 24 hours less, maybe?
Yes, sir.
So I appreciate you telling me that. No, we have a great thing going. The country is doing incredible. We are a hot country. The hottest. We're the hottest
I
country
know, I
in the
feel
world.
bad. He gets called out every time. Like, listen,
Yeah, that's
Chad,
a
if
great
I ever get my
question.
ass
Would you like
whooped
to say something?
one day,
That's a
you
good
can ask me
comment
about it,
right
but
there.
don't
It's
bring
the
it
best
up
comment
every
you've made in
time.
a long time.
I know it got. Hey,
Mr.
who
President.
you? Right? You got your
I'm
ass
Josh
fucked
Armstrong.
up, right?
My name is Josh
You
Armstrong. I'm from West
tell
Virginia.
him. Tell him what
and I'm the
happened.
father of this amazingly brave and resilient little 6-year-old, Laurel. Laurel was diagnosed with leukemia when she was 2 years old, just before her 3rd birthday. And we went on to watch as she spent months in the hospital fighting for her life, as she received blood transfusions and platelet transfusions, as she fought off one potentially fatal infection after another. We watched as her body swelled and became painful from steroids, and then as it became frail and weak from chemotherapy. And we watched and we wondered why there aren't better treatments available, and we wondered what might happen if she doesn't get the drugs she needs, and we wondered why isn't anybody doing more. And on behalf of myself and all the parents that have watched and wondered, we'd like to say that what you're doing today gives parents like me and children like Laurel the one thing that we most desperately need, and that's hope.
And Laurel's
Hope
doing
that,
well.
and
She's
Laurel
doing-
is, I'm happy to say Laurel's in remission today.
That's good. She looks so beautiful.
Thank you, she is
You
beautiful.
feeling good, Laurel?
That's for you.
She looks so great.
Because of this bill, doctors are going to be able to get better treatments faster to patients like Laurel.
Big
And
difference.
because of you making children like her real children, not cases or statistics, but children like Laurel and all of these children here today, we have that hope, and we are so proud that you're standing with children with cancer and making it a national priority.
It's very nice.
Thank you, Mr. President.
We're with you all the way. How about you, back there, Dad?
Actually, I'd like my daughter to speak. We let
Oh,
her
I
speak.
like that much
Caroline
better.
would like to speak. She's
That's
about
very
3
good.
years.
I'd like you to speak.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Carolyn Hendricks. When I was 4 years old, I was diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma, a pediatric bone cancer. 11 years later, I'm now 16 years old, and I'm doing great. What you're doing today, Mr. President, means that kids like me will get better options and so much more hope for the future. This will help doctors use technology to find cures faster, match patients to trials more quickly, and give our families more control over our health. For kids, every day counts. This order shows that our lives matter enough to be first in line for innovation. On behalf of children and young adults with cancer, those still fighting and those in remission like me, and families who wish that they had more
Dude,
time
what a
together,
good speaker.
thank
Yeah,
you for
right?
making us a national priority.
Dog, 16 in a room of all of
Because
these
actions like
adults
this, kids like me
talking
have the
directly
chance
in
to
front
go
of the
out,
president.
to
She's
chase
not
our
stuttering,
dreams,
nothing.
and to live full lives. And that is the greatest gift anyone
Good
can
for
have.
her.
Wow.
Yeah, God
That
bless
was
her.
so good.
Yeah, that's dope.
Your father could not have done that like you did. You did a big service, Father.
Yes, sir.
That's great. Where did you learn how to speak like that?
Yeah.
I've done lots of speeches for childhood cancer over the last few years, and I'm also in a theater program, so that helps.
Good for her, bro.
That's a good
That's
job. Would
crazy.
anybody
Think
like to
like,
say
bro,
something?
she probably did do a lot of
Would anybody-
speeches.
Would you like to say
I mean,
something?
she's been dealing with cancer, bro.
I'm 9 years old,
Wow.
and I had a blood cancer called leukemia when I was on.
She's a good speaker too. What the fuck?
I had to get treated at 7 different.
She ain't got no notes.
Across this country, and I had to have 2 bone marrow transplants, one for my dad and one for my mom. And I had to spend many days and the nights in the hospital getting pokies and yucky medicine. And me and my parents were very worried, and I had to go through those 7 different hospitals to find the best treatment that can make me better. And thank you, Mr. President, for making everything happen today. So kids like me and Laura, we can still be living today and speaking.
Wow. What? That Biden could never know.
They're better than any of us.
God bless them, bro.
We're
You
not
see
doing
that?
so well today. They're doing so good.
It's sad because I'm like, wow, they're very talented at like look at all of these kids, but it makes sense, bro. Like they've gotten better probably, and they've probably been doing a lot of speeches for representing the cause. So like their struggle probably forced them into being such good speakers, if you really think about it.
I've had a brain tumor since I was
But
4 months.
I'm glad to
doing
hear,
great.
man. This shit
15 hours
sucks.
going to 10.
It's
Be
terrible.
a football player,
It is
offensive
terrible.
lineman. Fantastic. How about somebody else? I love hearing this. I love hearing you talk because you talk better than any of us, right, Jay?
They do.
Well, I want to thank you all for being here. Amazing.
We would have missed this.
Thank you. But we're doing a lot for you, and you're all gonna be better very soon. I don't think you're gonna need any of the help that we're giving. It's gonna be for the future. But I want to thank you for being with us, and I'm gonna bring them back to a room. We have a room where we have lots of hats and things in the back, and would you like to go back, and we'll pick some nice presents?
Yes.
Okay, we'll get rid of the wonderful people of the media. Do you like the media? They're nice, right? They have good days, right? They do, actually, they do. Thank you very much. That's beautiful. That's really good.
You
And
notice
thank
how
you.
he
We're
doesn't
not
say
gonna
the
top
fucked
that.
up shit around the kids,
Thank you
and he
all
doesn't
very
tell
much.
them
Thank
that the media is proper. Like did you not see that? Yeah, look at that, adults. Wow. Oh, damned it. All right. Yeah, man, that's tough. I'm glad. I like today. I really do. Like I said, man, there's stuff in that bill that Donald Trump did that like I didn't agree with, but there was areas that would have benefited people financially. It would have helped certain people, and I was like, all right, that's good. But I do like the drug thing today. I would even big shout out to RFK and Maha, because I do think that's a win. And like you're seeing here, it may not seem like a lot. I do think they have other motives, like politically with the government shutdown, but at the end of the day, that's amazing. I really do think that at least, or some people going through that, like, dude, if you could get cancer drugs 90% off now, or literally the wholesale price, I mean, that's mind-blowing, bro. Especially if insurances have limits, and depending on what it is, man, that is gonna open up a lot of doors. So I hope it is good, man. And that's why too, all of you caretakers, you guys, I realize it, man, because my sister, I know, man, you guys all, if you work at a hospital and you do caretaking, but especially if you work at a hospital, man, super easy to get radicalized. You working in medical. You know why? Because you literally watch people die and suffer, and then you're like, why can't I help them? Literally. I do it financially. I have to go through that, but it's not the same. It's different when you watch my sister tells me, bro, you literally watch kids die, and they're literally on their deathbeds, and they have that joy still too, and they have all of it, And then you see how it doesn't matter, even if it's a liberal city or not, liberal or Republican, it doesn't fucking matter. You'll literally watch them operate in a very business manner that doesn't regard life. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I agree with the people who talk about healthcare. I don't agree with their solution. I don't agree with destroying things and a lot of things, but I do. It's a nasty business, bro. It's nasty and it's bad, and the people who live through it and experience it, it really does change their outlook on life. Because you live in all rosy till you see what happens in reality. So either way, man, God bless the caretakers. You guys are angels, and God bless the angels out there, man, surviving and overcoming. So God bless you all. Nikes. It looks, I don't know, man. The conference call, I don't want to wait for it. For our long term to go lower, I'm buying and I'm saving 10% each month. I don't want to wait. But yeah, I got to go. And we'll see what the call brings. But I will be safe hooping. I'm going to use that mind. I'm going to have fun. Okay? Have fun, man. You too. I told you that last time I was balling. I unlocked a lot with my mind. And, and I was about to go super hard. But no, my mind told me have fun. You know that? So I hope you have fun. Some of you may, you get better performance with enjoyment. Ask psychology. You'd be surprised. So, I don't know. Whatever you do for the rest of the day, I would encourage you to capture the thought, every thought, and try to enjoy it. Like whatever you're doing. Trust me. And don't trust me. Fuck it. Just, you're going to do it or not. So, Chad, God bless you. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for your time. I will see you on the watch list. I don't know. Today, I might not actually. Because I have something today, but I could push it to tomorrow. But then if I could do it today, and then I can maybe do the watch list tomorrow. So, we'll see. Follow me on Twitter, and I'll let you know. But if anything, we'll see. Yeah, I'll keep you up. I'll keep you updated. All right, but I love you, and God bless you, and thank you, and don't forget why you're here, why you keep going, why that faith, hope, and love ain't ever going out of style, and why, my brother, you must defeat Goliath. You understand? You must defeat that lower mind. That mind in this world is so much bigger than you are, young David. You know that, right? I hope you use the one. I want you to pick up all 5 stones. I want you to use all your senses and command them and bring them under your dominion and control. Then I want you to take the one stone that the builder rejected. You know what I'm talking about? The way, the truth, and the light. And I want you to aim right at the 4 and just send it. And conquer the mind, brother. That's it. May the Lord be with you. Defeat the Goliath. God bless you, and finger to the sky, baby. To God be the glory, and through the grace of God alone. Amen. Amen. Chatadonia. Have a good one. Enjoy it. Enjoy it, like literally. Enjoy it, like actually. Enjoy it. Okay? I'll see you tonight. We'll see what happens. But be at peace, baby, and peace. Okay. All right, I'm gonna listen to it while I get ready, so I'll just turn it off when it's done. Bye.